say what's wrong or right.
No.
It's not hard to fool me.
No.
'Cause I'm addicted to the good life.
Yes.
Yeah. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say
No.
where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. To the edge of it all. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah. Susceptible now, before the moment flies. Ooh. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Ooh. Susceptible now, before the moment flies. It's not a problem,
No.
'cause I know what I'm getting into.
Yes.
Yeah, and nothing can stop me,
No.
'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah. Susceptible now, before the moment flies. Before it flies. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Susceptible now, before the moment flies. Yeah.
Shout out to all you gentlemen and ladies that dare to tread this channel, Love Crossing Borders, on a wonderful Wednesday evening. It's often been said, hard head makes a soft tail. A hard head makes a soft tail. You're going to do things your way, you're going to find out the hard way. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. We've heard these sayings over and over and over again. And yet, even as adults, we think that these sayings or pseudo rules don't apply to us. They apply to everybody else, but they don't apply to us. And so it is when many men come to Colombia, Thailand, Brazil. They think the rules that apply to us about F around and find out don't apply to them. We're going to see tonight in several cases, not just one, where F around and find out still applies whether you want it to or not. This episode is dedicated to all the men that go to Colombia and have gone to Colombia and have never had one issue. Never had one incident in which it was your fault. Now, crime can happen to any of us, but I'm not saying that. There's one thing to have crimes happen to you, but it's another thing when your crimes that happen to you are self-inflicted. So I say shout out to all you men and ladies that have gone to other countries and have never had an incident of self-inflicted crimes. Shout out to you. And let's give a shout out to all you guys that are walking in to the live stream right now. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate every one of you. I didn't get all this music in order. Should be. All right. There we go. Okay. We got a doozy tonight, gentlemen. Get your popcorn in hand, get you a drink. Shout out to our brother Obi Land. I'm going to be dropping the link to his channel. This is an incident in which he was involved in the sense of investigative work, capturing the woman that drugged the gentleman. And at the same time, she tried to come out with a way to escape and prove that it wasn't drugs, not taking the drugs herself. I've never seen this before. I haven't even watched the whole video, so I'll be watching this. I'll be watching it along with you guys. I will not be interrupting. I'll be sitting back with a bowl of popcorn myself, looking at this situation. Now, you're going to hear a little bit of commentary from me, a little laughter, a little hilarity. But other than that, I want to keep my mouth shut tonight. Other than that, I got to give a shout out. Shout out to my brother Johnny in the building. Numero uno with the Cash App. The PayPal. Shout out to all you guys that are supporting by way of PayPal, Cash Apps, as well as Johnny in his super chat. Nothing to say, just a $5 love. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. It's going to be a good one, Johnny. This is going to be a doozy. Yes, sir. Oh, dudes do not learn, man. I don't know why y'all expect things to be different. There is no, I said this yesterday, I'll say it again. There is no country that protects stupid people. This weekend, we're going to look at Thailand and the Philippines. You guys think that you can go to Thailand and the Philippines and you can be protected from your stupidity. And I'm here to tell you, once again, there is no country that protects stupid people. Okay, put in the comment section, what country protects stupid people? Vietnam? Nope. I'll be seeing y'all get locked up in Vietnam. South Korea? Nope. I didn't see y'all get locked up in South Korea. Come on, Mexico? Y'all come up missing Mexico. Peru, Colombia, Brazil? Y'all gonna get drugged in Colombia, Peru, and Brazil. What country can you go? You're gonna get kicked out of South Africa. Name the country that you can go to and be stupid on purpose and think that the people aren't gonna do anything and that there's no repercussions for your stupidity. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. And until we come to that reality, we're gonna keep on having video footage of guys getting caught up and having to call Obi Land. Obi Land, I need your help. Please, Obi Land. Please, Obi Land. Please help me find this woman that robbed me. You know why? Obi Land will not go out of business. We will not go out of business with content. DC Rob and Razor Rays will not go out of business because of content. Why? Because there will always be somebody that's stupid enough to come to Colombia and come to Brazil and think that they will not F around and find out this is Colombia. But numero uno tonight is my brother Ahmad Milner. Shout out to you, Ahmad. And salute to you, brother. I'm glad to see that you're here. Shout out to my brother Bobby, watching from over on Andrea's channel, like a couple of you brothers are. Shout out to my brother Charles, a corporal over there. Charles B is over there. Zeta's over there, supporting Andrea's channel. Shout out to all you guys that are watching from Andrea's channel, as well as Love Crossing Borders. Johnny, once again, with the salutations to all. Glad that you see you here. And we know we're going to have a good one tonight because Show Enough and showed up early. So we know we got a good show tonight. Like I said, I haven't even watched everything, so I'm watching it right along with you guys. I'm watching it right along with you. Yes, sir. Shout out to David Dice of the Dice family in the building. Shout out to you being here. He said the family, Andre and Andre. Salute to the chat family. Yes, sir. Salute to you as well, Dave. Appreciate you being here. And we got Tori Brown in the building. He said, glad to be back. Missed all. He said, missed all love. Yes, sir, man. You right on cue for a good one tonight. Yep, he said this is gonna be one of the dumbest criminals ever you drink your own scope. Hey, she was trying to get out of it. She tried to get out of it. So she figured if I drink the scope, I can get out of it. It's crazy how many dudes still get drugged in Colombia and want to blame everybody but themselves as if they weren't there. That's the part that gets me. This woman was trying to find any way she can get out of going to jail, so she figured I'd drink the drugs. Shout out to Dave Kirk in the building. D. Kirk says this, he said, Dre chat, he said, when I saw this episode, he said, I thought, well, this is new. Willing to go down with a lie. For real. She going out like the Titanic. She going out like the Titanic. I'm like, really? Got my man Garland in the building. Dude, glad you're here alongside Zeta representing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Andrew Craig Jr. is in the building. He said, waiting for this one. He said, get your popcorn and snacks ready. This is a classic episode. It will. It is going to be a classic episode. I will not be too long on the shout outs, guys. He said it should be a movie. Yes, this should be a movie with a climactic end. Yes, sir. Let me scroll down because Troy Brown had something to say. He said, glad to be back. They missed you all. No longer homeless. Shout out to you, brother. Glad that you're back in business. Let me scroll down a little further because we got my man J3 again in the building. Shout out to him. He said, nowhere on earth. Seriously, there is nowhere on earth where any of us, and I mean any of us, can be stupid and think the laws of that country are supposed to protect us, or the people of that country is supposed to protect us. As long as I've lived here in South America, there is no place in South America that I feel, men don't like to use that word feel a lot, that I know that if I do something stupid, I'm supposed to expect the law and the people of South America to protect me. I don't think like that. If Andre does something stupid, the buck stops here. It is Andre's fault. I am not looking. If the law helps me, cool. If they don't, cool. If the people help me, cool. If the people don't, cool. You know why? Because I put myself a lot of times in self-inflicted crimes if it was up to me. And that's why I call it that, guys. Let me turn this down just a little bit. There's a reason why I call it self-inflicted crime. Let me change the music. The reason why I call these self-inflicted crimes, because normal crimes, many of us have no control over. If I walk out the door and I get robbed, I ain't got no control of that. I can get robbed in Detroit, Chicago, Cleveland, any city you can get robbed in. So that can happen. You can get robbed living in the suburbs. You can get robbed living on a farm. It happens. Those aren't self-inflicted crimes. Somebody broke into your bank account and hacked your crypto or hacked your bank account. You had to call your bank, verify that it wasn't you, get your money back. That's not self-inflicted. Those aren't self-inflicted crimes. Domestic violence, for the most part, is not a self-inflicted crime. The male or the female was the attacker. That's not normally self-inflicted. Domestic violence, when a woman puts her hands on the man first, that's self-inflicted. That's going to get you locked up. If you put your hands on the woman first, that's going to get you locked up. That's self-inflicted. If I sit back and I give somebody my bank account number, my password, the codes, my routing numbers and everything, and I give it to you and a person empties my bank account, that's self-inflicted. And if I watch hundreds of YouTube videos that told me stay off of the dating apps, stop picking up women in nightclubs, stop bringing 2 or 3 women to your Airbnb that you've never met before. If I say, I don't care what those videos say, I am going to go to Colombia, I'm going to pick up a fat chick off the street. You're going to see what I mean by that in tonight's video. A fat chick. in Colombia and I get robbed, that is a self-inflicted crime because I knew better and I decided that I'm going to do what the hell I want to do anyway. Cool. And the brother in the video, brother, I hope you watch it tonight. This is not an attack on you, but this is like a Schoolhouse Rock. You're going to learn something. This is Sesame Street for you. This is Electric Company for you and brothers like you. Because a lot of you brothers have been watching the videos on how to get to the clubs in Medellín, best restaurants in Medellín, what the women in Cartagena look like. So don't tell me if you watch the best restaurants in Medellín videos, the best nightclub in Medellín videos, the best looking women in Medellín and Cartagena videos, that you did not come across any videos that told you to stay your ass off those apps, that already told you do not be bringing strangers back to your hotel room or your Airbnb, that already told you make sure that you make some statements to security and let security guards know that, hey, if these women come down, make sure I come down with them. You can't say you haven't seen our videos on the love motels where instead of taking those women back to your spot, you can take them to the love motels that have security. You can't say you watched these videos and didn't see those videos. That's what make us look at you like you stupid. Not because you got drugged, but because you guys purposely ignore every video that's put out by DC Rob, Razor Rays, us, and other content, Chill Capo, and all the other content creators out there. Rob, the white guy that we're gonna watch tonight, constantly putting content out there to warn you guys on how to move in Colombia, South America, Brazil in general. You ignore it. So when we laugh at you, you can't get mad. You will get mad, but you ain't got no right to get mad because you thought that you were better than. I'm gonna say this again. The biggest problem that dudes that get drugged compared to us that don't get drugged, here's the kicker. You ready? You think you better than us. No, I don't. Negro, yes, you do. You think because we follow the rules that we must be simps or lames. But the biggest lame and simp was you because you lost everything over a chick. Oh, my bad, chicks. Some Colombian, Brazilian chick. You lost everything. You the simp. We saw the videos. We come to South America. We follow the rules. We have a good time, and we go home safe. You didn't even think about the fact that you could have died and never woke up. Never woke up. Never woke up. Like I always say, you dudes keep on playing, y'all gonna wake up on the other side of Saturn. You're gonna wake your ass up and you're gonna be on the other side of Saturn. You're gonna wonder, how the hell did I get to another planet? Because you died. You're on the other side of Saturn. By yourself. Effing around. Let's go to the comments. Let's go back to the shout outs. Once again, shout out to Ryan Garland in the building, representing NLJD 17. Glad to see that you're here alongside our brother Ransom. This is going to be a good one. Buenas tardes, mi amigos. Shout out to you, brother. Glad to see that you're here this fine evening. Shout out to what? We got Theo here early. He said, I drugged myself, Andre, then I robbed myself. Help me, Andre. Help me. He said, I drugged myself, then I robbed myself. Hey, if you're going to get got by yourself. Seriously. Let me scroll down a little further because I don't want to talk too much tonight. So I'm just giving a shout outs to all you guys. Good evening to my brother, the official one, Kobe, Badu. Shout out to you. David Dice says this. Dave says this. He say, Dre, I have this place where you can go and have no responsibility and common sense. It's called America, aka the USA. That is a place where you can act like you ain't got no sense because everybody else ain't got no sense either. This is true, my friend. That's a good call. I didn't think about that one. I did not think about that one. Shout out to our brother. Good morning, Ronan. Ronan, I've got to reach out to after the show, Ronan. I want to reach out to you. I need to reach out to you and Fawdy in regards to the episode, because if you guys are free either tomorrow or Friday night, that would be great for us to do that episode either tomorrow night or Friday night. So after the show, I'm going to be reaching out to you. Give me a phone call. I need to text Fawdy too. Shout out to you, brother. Glad to see that you're here from the Philippines, drinking cafe. He said, and listening to the wild story. This is a wild one. He said, listen, I prefer Jupiter. If I had to be stuck on a planet, I prefer the gas giant known as Jupiter. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to the Knicks, man. I hope the Knicks, you know what? Since I lived in Cleveland, I got to roll with the Cavaliers on this one. Shout out to the Knicks, but I got to roll with the Cavaliers on this one. You know, I lived in Cleveland for over 10 years. So most of my immediate family is still in Cleveland. So I'm rolling with Cleveland on this one. T-Mac says this. Shout out to T-Mac in the building. He said, people can get drugged and robbed by big chicks in their own country. Why you come to Colombia to get robbed? T-Mac, I am with you. Why would you come to Colombia and find a Colombian big chick to rob? Yeah, that's why when I hear you dudes talk about all it takes is money to get a woman, if that was true, if it was true that all it took was money to get any sexy woman you want, you guys would do it. Every time y'all get drugged, 90% of the time, it'd be the trashiest, most unattractive 3-4 chick that a person could imagine. So when y'all sit back and say, because you got money, you can get hot chicks. And so if you get drugged, it'll probably be by a hot chick. Nope, y'all be getting drugged by big Colombian chicks, funny looking Colombian chicks that ain't got nothing going on. You be getting drugged by 4s, 3s, 2s. Y'all rarely get drugged by like an 8 or a 9. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Y'all rarely get drugged by a Colombian 6. I rarely see dudes get drugged by a Colombian 6. Most of the time, you guys get drugged by a Colombian or a Brazilian 3, a Brazilian 1, a Brazilian 4. I'll be like, y'all got drugged by that? It'll never be a baddie where you like, yeah, I can see her drugging somebody. It be chicks with tattoos all over their face. That's like the super sign. Y'all get drugged by chicks with tattoos crawling up their face? How stupid. Don't ever tell me again that as long as you got money, you can get a woman. Don't y'all ever say that. Because y'all self-esteem is so low with money in y'all pocket. Ain't no way in hell you can get any woman you want. Pocket full of money. And you come to another country getting drugged with all these beautiful women and all of South America. Y'all be picking the most unattractive women to get drugged by. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying. Get some help. Let me scroll down a little further, make sure I got everybody, because my brother Bean is in the building. Hola, hola, hola. Shout out to Bean being in the building. Yes, sir. Hope you're having a great day today. I'm feeling great, man. I have a great day. I'm excited about this particular show. I won't even lie to you. Theo says, he said, I'm going to Cali this summer. He said, with Kings and Dreams, shout out to Kings. He said, so that I can be robbed. You know. He said, I'm going to drug myself. Shout out to E-Man Perry in the building as well. Throw back up to E-Man. He said, wait, she drugged herself? Let's see if she drugged herself. Ahmad Milner says this. He said, it's just as you said, Andre, just as you said, Mrs. Spence, Mr. Spence, I'm sorry. Mr. Spence, these passport pookies only go to these countries and they like baddies. You would think, right? You would think that set them up, but passport bros want quality women. This is absolutely correct. It's a difference. It really is. It really is a big difference between how we move and how they move. Shout out to my brother Jay Anderson. The Great is in the building. It's almost time to start the show. Looks like we got everybody. Let's get started with the video. Let's get Andre out of the way. Shut up, sir. Let me turn the music down a little bit more. All right. About right there. And let's bring up the video. We're going to start off with our brother Rob. Shout out to Rob. Rob's been living here in Colombia. He's married to a paisa in Medellín. He's always telling stories. And before, he's going to talk about some of the latest robberies that's taking place. So you got some of the robberies in Medellín that you haven't in other areas that you haven't heard about. Shout out to Rob. He's over on Instagram. And he's trying to make sure that he protects individuals. This first story that he's going to start off with is this. Now, of course, we're going to look at Obi Land in a few minutes, but I want to start off with looking at some of the latest incidences that's taking place that's making us look bad. This one right here was a French guy, a foreigner, watching a movie of Michael Jackson. You know how everybody around the world, when the music comes on at the end of the movie, everybody's been dancing, listening to the credits, having a good time. Well, this French guy, when he was in Medellín watching Michael Jackson, when the movie was over and the Colombian kids started dancing, well, you're going to see what happened.
Before, after the credits, a man got upset and he attacked them and went after one of the kids, okay? Now, this is a sensitive issue here. The mayor himself has made a statement about this. Okay, the mayor himself has been making it very clear. If you're going to come in this country and you are going to hurt kids, whether it's sexually or whether it's with physical violence, they're going to throw everything at you. You know, the airport, they're already, monitoring that angel list and trying to catch the pedos before they even get into the country. But this goes for anyone across the board. Like, hands off the kids. Like, it shouldn't have to even be said. I don't know how you come into another country and you put your hands on someone's fucking child. Like, it's absolutely insane. This type of stuff right here is what gives everybody a bad name. This is why they're able to point and say, hey, look, we don't want the foreigners here. We don't want the tourists here. They're here abusing our kids. Okay.
What can you say to defend that? Nothing. We can't say anything to defend that. You got kids watching the Michael Jackson movie like the rest of us. These kids got their Michael Jackson t-shirts on like the rest of us. Having fun during the credits. The most of the time when you see somebody dancing, they'll dance during the concert part a little bit. But around the world, when the credits come on, all they play is back to back to back Michael Jackson hits from the Jackson 5 all the way through. So you're seeing people just coming down and just dancing all over the movie theaters. And one foreigner got the audacity to grab one of those Colombian kids, cuss these kids out, and attack one of these kids. And y'all wondering why Colombians are pissed off about foreigners coming to their country. Their own kids can't even go to the movie theaters. I'll say that again. How do you expect these people to feel sorry for us when we get drugged or robbed if when we come to their country, we're putting our hands on somebody else's kids? You know better than put your hands on somebody else's kid in your own city. How you gonna come to another country and put your hands on somebody else's kids and think that it's not going to get back to the mayor? And all the locals in Medellín is the main city. You didn't want that to happen. You'd have been better off with that happening somewhere else to where it really wouldn't get around as much. You let that happen in Medellín and it got back to the mayor, and you know all the locals, what they're going to say. I told you so, Mr. Mayor. I told you I need to crack down more on those foreigners coming to our country. Now you open up the gates for them to come for pay for play over the last 10 years. Now they're attacking our children. You know Colombians are going to milk this, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Yep. Colombia's rolling groups, and they check dudes in groups. Absolutely correct as well. I don't blame them. We could easily say, well, he was from France. Don't matter. He's a foreigner. And we all fall up under that foreign umbrella. If one foreigner does something wrong, they're going to blame all foreigners. I'm going to say this again. It doesn't matter what race it is. In Colombia, if one foreigner does something wrong, they are looking at all of us. I've been experiencing that since day one. That's why I try my best, and T-Mac and J. Clyde and as well as Kobe and all the other brothers that come to Colombia, we try to represent foreigners in a positive light, because we know there are so many dudes that come down here that get robbed, they get drugged, they get hustled, that we spend our days being a positive representation of what's going on in Colombia as far as for foreigners. Because if it was up to Colombians, we are all the guys that's coming down here doing pay for play. All of us are coming down here messing and touching on kids. If it was up to the eyes of Colombians. So don't think that, well, he was a French white dude. Colombians don't care nothing about that. He was a foreigner. Let's continue on. Yeah.
So
all you guys that come down here to Colombia and set a positive example of how it's supposed to be done.
again, like, this is something that should never have to be said, man. You don't fly into this country, disrespect any of the people, let alone the kids. This guy now is finding out what happens when you do. Okay, guys? And again, if the mayor is speaking about this continuously, just take it as that this is a very important matter to him, which it should be for anyone. And if you cross that line, fucking, you're not gonna like what comes following it. It's gonna be far worse, right, than what you're able to do to them. All right, guys, so got a little update here on Michelle, and it's important that you guys watch this, okay? Now, Michelle drugged and robbed a foreigner here, right? It's been reported that she robbed and drugged a foreigner here. There was a police report and everything there. I guess this thing has progressed to the point now where Michelle is telling her side of the story, and it's an important thing that you guys pay attention to. So she's saying that he got aggressive, that he would not give her money, that he got more aggressive when she went to leave. And this stuff right here is the kind of situation, man, where especially if you're still here, you don't want to find yourself in, right? This is not like Colombian versus foreigner. Fortunately, in this situation, she is Venezuelan, so it works a little bit in your favor. But here's the deal, especially when you guys allowed them to bring friends and bring other parties, it becomes their word versus your word, like, especially if you do not have any kind of evidence to accuse them, okay? And then especially if you let them bring a friend, and then it's two of their words versus your word, you can find yourself going from being the person that's really is a victim, being drugged and robbed, to then being framed as the predator and get yourself into legal trouble. So right here,
he's absolutely correct. Okay, let me ask you this. I'm gonna tell you why. The original story was a dude said this female tried to drug and rob me. She didn't drug and rob him. He said she robbed me. She got me set up, right? This came out. All these incidences that happened over the last week or two. So all what Rob is saying is brand new news. This is not old news. How many times have you ever seen the girl that drugged the guy come out and speak in public? To send out information, to send out facts, ever? Not once. This is the first time I've heard somebody actually say, listen, wait a minute, guys. Y'all only hearing one side of the story. Y'all hearing what he has to say. The truth of the matter is, I've never seen that before. And that's why I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. Because any of you guys that know about pay for play in the States, how many times have the women complained to their, let's be for real. How many times have the ladies complained to their pimp about the trick that they were working with, attacked them, during sex or after sex? How many times have we seen videos of dudes that were the John or the trick in the States try to hustle the pay-for-play girl out of money? We've seen that in our lifetimes before, right? We've seen the pimp had to go find out what this dude is and smack the dude around to get his money. Let's be real. It happens in the States. How many times have we seen a woman that was in the pay-for-play world had to leave a dude alone because he was just too creepy? That happens in the States. What makes y'all think these creepy dudes don't get passports and go to other countries and do creepy shit? Like I said, the only reason I give her the benefit of the doubt in her story, and she said he wouldn't pay her money and he got aggressive, because I have never seen one pay-for-play chick that did a dude wrong, if she was wrong, come out with a public statement, ever. They never come out with public statements. Man, there's some creepy dudes among us, fellas. I think that's one of the things that we don't talk about enough. We're so busy looking at guys as victims when they get drugged and robbed. We don't want to talk about some of the creepy mother that be coming down to these countries too. It's some creepy white boys that be going to the Philippines. It's some creepy Middle Eastern dudes that be going to Thailand. Let's be for real. Some of them African brothers, they be creepy in a month when they be going to certain countries too. They want to complain about China. Oh, China did us wrong. But some of you African brothers, y'all creepy when y'all in Europe too. Not all, not most, but it's enough creepy people in the world that we all as men got to look out for. All of us, I'm going to tell y'all something for real. Y'all ready? This is going to hit you upside the head. Every one of your boys ain't got sense in their head. And some of y'all know it. Bruh, I got partners. I got a couple partners in our group. There is no way in hell I would invite them to Colombia. There's like 7 of us, right? In my homeboy group in the States. 5, come on down. 2, I wouldn't invite them brothers nowhere. Too creepy. Too creepy. Some of y'all don't want to admit some of your partners that you would bring down here to Colombia is some of the most creepy motherfuckers, dog. Y'all never want to talk about that. Y'all will talk about how dudes get drugged, robbed, hustle, scam. Got you. Let's talk about your creepy friends. You cannot bring everybody outside the United States. I'm going to say that to you now before we go back to the video. Everybody does not need to bring their tail out of the United States. Some of your partners, I know you want him to come and experience. I know you want, it's been 5 alive, right? It's been 5, y'all been a 5 y'all whole life, right? Since high school, right? Them your dudes. I'm telling you, 4 of your dudes, good people. 1 of your partners is a creepy mother. There's 1 of your partners, you know you ain't got no business inviting him to DR. Stop lying. Stop lying. And that goes for brothers and you white boys that be going in groups. You know how many countries are tired of you white dudes coming there acting like your white privilege works in their country? I'm gonna say this again. You know how many white boys, because you can't say white on YouTube, white boys. You know how many of you white boys that really think if you come to Colombia, you can't get your head knocked off because you couldn't get your head knocked off in the United States because you're a white boy. So you thought since in the United States, they don't knock your head off on a regular basis, you come down here as a white boy and they won't knock your skull off. White boys, I'm here to tell y'all now, As soon as you cross that plantation, the playing field is even. I will knock your skull off because of some racist remark. The Latin people will knock your skull off because of some racist remark. Asian people will jump you like hornets because of some racist remark. Your whiteness only works back home in Europe, Australia, Canada, United States, UK. As soon as you leave those 5 plantations, your ass in trouble, white boys. So I would recommend that y'all don't go to other countries and think your whiteness is gonna look out for you like it did when you was back on the plantations, known as the United States and other countries. With your creepy ass. I love when they lock y'all up.
Here is all the reason in the world, on top of everything else, that you have to really pay attention to what you're doing, that you have to move right here, or you can end up seriously jammed up, not just getting drugged and robbed. They could turn this into that you were the actual perpetrator, that you harmed them, and that's the last thing that you want. All right, so episode 10 of Exposed is here. Right, this time we are going to be covering Sophia. So how did this one come to be? Again, guys, we're going right to the dating apps. This time, it's Colombian Cupid. Right, that is a dating app that you can go on to find Colombian women specifically. All right, so again, it started on a dating app. Now, some of the red flags to look out for. Again, guys, when you see something, right, and it doesn't make sense, like, that's a red flag. Right, so she told him that she was a nurse, right? What is she trying to do? Disarm you, make you feel comfortable, right? But then she's smoking weed with him. Red flag, right? So now I know that she's not only is she not probably a nurse, but she is a liar. So now you got to be really careful, guys. But she was able to end up drugging him and robbing him.
Before Rob goes any further, just like in the United States, just in case some of you guys don't know, just like in the United States, there are jobs that get drug tested. The medical field is one of them. If you're dealing with a Colombiana and she tells you she's in the medical field, but she's sitting up there rolling up the sticky icky with you, knowing she can lose her job and her career, bro, that ain't no nurse. I'm gonna tell you that now. You ain't gonna be rolling it up to sticky, not in Colombia. They do drug testing in this country. I know nurses that do. I know people in all walks of life that do. Guess what? And they still put their careers in jeopardy, don't they? Whether they do it or not. So just because we know somebody that does something, they ain't got caught yet, doesn't mean they're putting their career in jeopardy. Ask Diddy. Ask Diddy about not getting caught yet and then eventually getting caught. So if she's telling you, you know I'm a nurse, right? I'm good. Stop being a fool. That ain't no nurse. And if she was a nurse, that ain't the type of nurse you want working on anybody that you know.
I just want to show real quick, touching on the actual police report that was filed. Something that for you guys to know is this case actually happened years ago. It's been a few years, but hey, if they're drugging and robbing, even if it's been some time, there wasn't anyone really to help him with this, and she could still be out there robbing people, drugging them. So let's see who Sophia is. This here is the woman that calls herself Sophia. that said she was a nurse, met on Colombian Cupid, end up drugging and robbing this guy, have a police report out. It's been a couple years, still haven't been able to get anywhere with this. So if you do know her, right, and you have any information that you could share with us that we could take to the police to actually move this forward, like a real name, phone number, anything that helps us, please send me a message. In the meantime, Sophia, your face is out there. You've been exposed. All right, guys, tonight coming with you, Exposed, episode 10. This situation here unfolded in Bogota, but you're going to find out that this woman here, what's really disappointing about this woman here is she has already been caught, arrested, and she's back out doing the same thing. So let's talk about it.
Now, remember, Rob told us last week why women in Colombia are back out doing the same thing. The reason why in Colombia, guys, the country, the states, and the cities are different from America in this sense. If you're not around to press charges, you basically allowed that woman to go free. Yes, the woman that drugged you got captured. But if you did not stay around to fill out a police report so they can do an investigation, in other words, pressing charges or starting the process where charges can be pressed, you're tying a lot of times people don't realize we help to tie the hands of the police. In the United States, many crimes take place in the states or the feds or that city can press charges, right? They don't need you. If you put your hands on a woman, they don't need her. All they need is just hear what happened. They don't need to see what happened. All they need to do is hear, and they're going to put them cuffs on you, right? They don't need to have her come to court. They write a report, show it to the judge. You about to do 90 days in jail, right? That's how the states work. And we celebrate that. Hey, lock them up. A lot of countries aren't like that, including Colombia. If they have no witness and you did not press charges, you did not go down to the police station after you got drugged and press charges on those women with those fake IDs or whatever it was, those women, even if they're captured, if you're not around, they're going to be let out. It's not there, Dre. Nope, it's another country. Welcome to the world. I'm going to say that again for the back of the church. Welcome to the world. Everything that you thought of that was in America, that's in America. That's how America or Canada acts. But stop acting like every country should have the same rules that we have that we don't even like. But I'm just giving y'all a breakdown. That's why Rob could say the woman commits crimes. You guys aren't around to press charges. And half the time you guys aren't even around to go to court. When it's time to go to court, they let the woman go free. What can they do? Those are the laws of the land. If there's nobody around to press charges, the woman gets released. Even if they arrested her, if you did not press charges, she gets released. And I know some of y'all just hurt y'all little feelings to hear that. T-Mac says this, and he's in Medellín. He said, I always tell foreigners in Medellín to hire a local assistant at least part-time. Why is that, T-Mac? Many don't, and many regret it. The local assistants have their own network. My assistant has a brother in the police. I kid you not. Shout out to Twan in the building. And Zeta says this. He said, I learned this about Colombia years ago. They don't hold her if you did not go to the police station. If you're drugged, you can't do anything about it. Absolutely correct. Once again, before we go back, most of my life, I'll say this, for most of my life, and probably many of you guys, the way that Colombia does it was the way that the US was doing it most of my life. If the business doesn't press charges, if the woman or the family doesn't press charges, that person in the United States used to be able to go free without the state, the city, or the feds pressing charges. It used to be like that. So for all you guys that want to come to Colombia and act like, man, that's not right, bruh, all my life, for the most part, it was like that in the States. Dude, they just started doing federal, state, and citywide pressing charges like over the last 20, 30 years, bruh. It wasn't always like that. See, some of you guys that are 30, 35, you think that in America, it was always, as long as they catch the person, they'll go to prison. The state will press charges. The city will press charges. As long as they catch them, the feds will press charges. It was not always like that, dude. The United States used to be just like Colombia. If you don't press charges as an individual, no charges will be pressed. And a lot of people went free when I was growing up. A lot of people. And I mean over and dude, it didn't matter if you and your woman got into a fight 50 times. If your woman or you did not press charges, the police will be coming. And one of the reasons why they started pressing charges for domestic violence was because your woman and you would call the police every time. So the police will come out there 50 times in a year. And they were like, you know what? Let's change the rules. We don't need her to press charges. If we see a scratch on him, or if we see a mark on her neck, he going to jail. We don't need, we got our own police report. We don't need her no more. We don't need her. You know why? Because they got tired of coming back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And as long as nobody was pressing charges, the police systems were being abused. So for all you dudes that want to look at Colombia funny and like, man, they don't press no charges, bruh, America was like that dang near all my life. Dang near all my life, bruh. This states and city in the state, the city, and the feds pressing charges is a new thing. Don't act like it was always like that, bruh. Shout out to my brother being in the building. So he says this. He said they go back to doing the same because 100% of the pros are on 2C. I won't say 100%. I say a large percent, but not 100. So they have to hit the streets to get the money to get that fixed. There's a lot that do that. A lot for guys that don't know what 2C is. It's the pink cocaine mixed with this, mixed with that, mixed with this. They found some in P. Diddy house, stuff like that. So that's what Tootsie is, the pink cocaine. Murderers getting away with murder. Yep, basically. He said, here dudes will pay for play and won't pay for assistant for $25 a week. If you don't preach, T-Mac, to look out for them and to help them with legal assistance translations. He said they will pay a chick hundreds. Hey, T-Mac, now you see how I sound when I'm talking. These dudes will come out of $2,000 in a month or 2 weeks in pay for play. But you said a $25 assistant, that is ludicrous. When I tell them it only take $25 to get your teeth cleaned, that's crazy. I'm not spending $25 to get my teeth cleaned when I can buy pay for play.
Here, so first off, they met on Tinder, and guys, not to beat a dead horse, but I say this over and over. Stay off the fucking dating apps. You are not a pro. You will get got, man. And I'm saying that out of love. So they meet on Tinder, okay? They meet at the hotel. They go out to eat.
She just walked out that Airbnb like it was hers with a bag full of your stuff. Let's bring that back. She walked out that Airbnb like it was hers. I got you, Montrez. I know exactly which one you're talking about. The video.
already been caught, arrested, and she's back out doing the same thing. So let's talk about it here. So first off, they met on Tinder. And guys, not to beat a dead horse, but I say this over and over. Stay off the fucking dating apps. You are not a pro. You will get got, man. And I'm saying that out of love. So they meet on Tinder, okay? They meet at the hotel. They go out to eat. What does she do? She used the way to get out of dinner and to go back to the hotel. Things that you got to be aware of, right? She said she didn't like the music. So he wasn't drinking at all. Right, they are driving home. She says, hey, let's pick up some alcohol. Again, another red flag. When they encourage you to drink alcohol, it's a red flag, right? They got back. He had not been drinking at all. Drinks, she cracks open a beer. Boom, let her open the beer. She drugged him. He wakes up. Money's gone, phone's gone, everything is gone like it's typically gone, okay? Similar story, similar things for you guys to look out for. The difference being here, this happened in Bogota. It doesn't have to just be in Medellín. But why is this disappointing? Some of you guys, most of you guys are probably familiar with Obi Land, and you see this picture here. This is one of his episodes. This thumbnail is the same fucking woman that is back out on these fucking streets doing this. And this is why we get really pissed off and fed up with the police and the authorities and the judicial system here. Is these women are doing things that could kill people, and they get caught finally, and then they're back out doing again. Now, some things that you want to be aware of with her is this woman doesn't work alone. She works with her brother. How do we know that she works with her brother, though? Let's take a look. First, so you can see her name right here is listed as Lena. She's stealing money. It's being transferred out of Remitly, out of his account, being transferred into their account. So this is going to be the destination of where it was going, address, everything. Guys, if you're criminals doing this, I give zero fucks about your numbers, your IDs, your address. This is the destination. This is the name, which this is her brother. This is the address that it went to, so we know that she's working with her brother. This is another picture of her. She's reportedly back working in Medellín. She bounces from city to city. If you bring us information that leads to her arrest, okay, we will pay 2 million Colombian pesos. And for some, that might not be too much. But for others, it could do a world of good. All you got to do is give us information that leads to an arrest, and we will pay you. You can do it 100% anonymously. Shoot me a message.
Let's get started with Obi Land.
It's about 9:30 p.m. and this Scope Queen is with yet another victim. She feels emboldened because she has never been brought to justice. And for her, it's just another day at the office, drugging and robbing foreigners who visit the beautiful city of Medellín. And while you lay half dead, she will steal your belongings. And trust me, she doesn't care because she feels protected, knowing that in her city, some people don't care about negative news against foreigners, and also knowing there are some people like you who will blame the victim. She expected him to get back on a plane home and cry, but she was wrong as we set a trap for her. She had thought that she had found another tourist who she would steal from, but for the first time in her drugging and robbing history, she's in a predicament that's unexpected. Caught red-handed.
She's trying to act like there was eye drops. Let me bring that beat back. Condolences to the families of all those that have passed on over these three gentlemen who passed on over the last few months.
It's about
This is what y'all letting drug y'all. Oh, did y'all think I was gonna let that just slide? Y'all letting fat Colombian chicks drug y'all? When I came here in 2016, these chicks knew they had to be dressed to the T. They knew that the competition was deep, so they had to have the best dresses on, best outfits, their hair had to be done, best perfume, and they had to be fit. You dudes are getting drugged by residue, the leftovers of when Medellín was at its peak. This is every episode that Obi Land has done. Every time you turn around, the woman that's drugging a dude is trash. Just pure trash. This is what's letting y'all, this is what y'all letting drug y'all. I'm just trying to understand. This is a yes or no question. Y'all letting Big Benny in Colombia. You tell them you couldn't get this back in the States. You tell them you couldn't get nothing this big back in the States. And I ain't got nothing against big girls. Don't get me wrong. It's the fact that you paying for a big girl and you got drugged by a big sloppy look. This woman dressed like she about to go move furniture. She's dressed like she about to put the kids' toys together for Christmas. This woman is dressed like she about to go shoplifting. This woman is dressed like she just walked out of a homeless shelter. She dressed like she got them clothes from the Goodwill. I've seen crackheads, heroin addicts, and dope fiends dressed better than this, and y'all paying for it. You dudes are getting on planes, flying. Oh, I'm gonna ride this one out. Y'all getting on planes, going to other countries for this? This? If y'all getting drugged by this in South America, if this is what y'all call y'all best, this is what you worked your butt off for that money that you made. This was the best that you could get in Colombia. This chick looked like she about to go to work in a warehouse. I mean, she dressed like she ain't got nothing else to do but to put up a Christmas tree. She dressed like she about to go pick up the kids from school. You thought a woman dressed like she about to go pick up the kids from school, it was sexy? Sexy enough to pay for it? I told y'all I'm coming with the jokes. Y'all come to Colombia for umbrella girls? Is it just me? Y'all coming to Colombia for umbrella girls? Hey, Dre, what's an umbrella girl? Some of you guys already know when I say an umbrella girl is a woman that looks, her body was just like an umbrella, sleek and slender for so many years. As soon as she hit a certain age, just like an umbrella, woof, she blew up. Just like an umbrella. Some of y'all coming to Colombia and Brazil looking for umbrella girls? Hey, I ain't hating, to each his own. That's your money, bruh. That is your money. To the brother that got robbed with this episode, hey, that was your money, bruh. It wasn't mine. I didn't work for it. I didn't get on the last Spirit plane. Because the way that you spending money, it looked like you got on the last flight with Spirit Airline to make it to Colombia just to get with a girl that dressed like she about to go paint the living room. She looked like she about to go paint somebody's living room. This woman looks like she dressed just like she about to clean out the basement and the attic in the same weekend. I'm gonna tell y'all something now. Y'all ready? And I rarely use the larger numbers. I could easily say 70% of the pay for play that I see y'all with, I wouldn't let my dog fuck. If I had a dog, I would not let my dog fuck. So, and I'm talking about, I've seen pay for play with YouTubers. I've seen pay for play with regular everyday dudes. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. 70% of the paper play that I've seen that y'all broadcast and all of what WhatsApp groups, or all over YouTube, all over TikTok, every time y'all with a paper play, I'm gonna tell y'all this the truth. There is not a canine that I will let fuck your woman for free. Y'all ain't got no standards. Pocket full of money, T-Mac, and they ain't got no standards. No standards. And then you want to get pissed at me when I laugh at your dumb ass. This what y'all came here for. You got on a plane and flew. I'm flying from Florida and it's 4 hours for me. Anybody that ain't flying from Florida or Houston, if you ain't flying from Houston or Florida, you got you a nice little flight coming to Colombia. You looking at 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours. You flew 6 hours to leave a country with 70% fat bitches just to come to another country and get drugged by a fat bitch. Now y'all understand when I say everybody does not need a passport. Some of y'all are just like when we start using Terraform in Theo's class. You don't know what the hell you doing. When we first started doing Python classes, you don't know what the hell you doing. When Theo first said log into AWS for the first time, you don't know what the hell you doing. You don't know what the hell you doing. You do not know what the hell you're doing. That's why I always say don't come to Colombia and stay home in the States, because you do not know what you're doing. Y'all came for this. Look at this big girl, big girl. All she needs is a cowgirl hat like in the United States. Big girl. She ain't even got her hair done. She just made sure. Come on now. This what y'all. Oh, so y'all came all the way down here to Colombia for this. Y'all came to Colombia so y'all could get with women that when they walk sound like they stomping. That's what you came to Colombia for. Once again, I don't have nothing against big girls. Shout out to all the big girls. I know some beautiful big women here in Colombia. Do not get it twisted. But in the pay for play world, this the best that y'all can get. I'm serious. What? Guys, for real, help your boy understand. You know, I've been married too long. I don't think too well, right? What is it that you find alluring about this? Because every time, dude, I could pull up the Scopolamine. You know, I always do this. I pull up the Scopolamine Facebook group. And it don't be none but like every once in a while, it's a cute chick. 90% of the chicks that dudes be like, have you guys ever seen this girl before? Be Magilla gorilla looking chicks, ugly Colombian chicks, ugly Brazilian chicks. You know how hard it is to find an ugly Brazilian? Somehow, some way, y'all find them. You know how hard it is to find an ugly Colombiana? It's amazing how y'all can find, y'all the only dudes I know that can find an ugly Venezuelan and an ugly Colombian and an ugly Brazilian in the same damn city. Medellín, with all those beautiful women. So help me. When you, I'm serious. You walking through Cartagena, minding your business. You minding your business. You ain't saying nothing to nobody. You walking like John Travolta through there. You got a pocket full of money, right? Help me out. I'm trying to understand for real. You walk your John Travolta. Okay, you see this cutie. She got her dress on, her shoes looking nice. She walked past you. She smelling good. You don't want that one. Okay, you keep on walking. You see one that's over there, her jeans looking right and tight. She got some nice little shoes on. She got her hair done, look like she just got it done a couple hours ago. You don't want that one. Okay, she got eyelashes looking good. Okay, you don't want her either. Okay. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Is that the love of my life right there? Y'all being Cartagena at the clock tower, be like, oh my, oh me, oh my. Who's that over there eating hot dogs at the clock tower? I want the girl that's eating 3 hot dogs at the clock tower at 1:30 in the morning. What's her name? No, not the one. No, not the curvy one that's making the hot dogs that look so cute in them jeans. I'm talking about that big one that's eating the hot dogs. What her name is? What her name is? What is wrong with you dudes? The sisters in the States. I watched all the videos on TikTok about how the sisters in the States and the white girls in the States act towards men. And a lot of you guys are saying, you know what, I ain't got to take this, I'm leaving. Right? I got you. I watched the video. I did not know how traumatized y'all were until y'all get to other countries and the type of women y'all choose. Y'all self-esteem is so effed up that even if you have a pocket full of money and you're among women that says, I only want money, you still can't choose an attractive woman. You got a wallet full of money. You could choose any beautiful woman in Brazil, Peru, and Colombia on these Venezuelans. And time again, every time we do an Obi Land video, it be some mud duck looking chick that robbed y'all. All I can equate it to is the fact that y'all self-esteem is so low in real life, cameras off. Y'all self-esteem is so low in real life that even if you got a pocket full of money and it's transactional, you scared to walk up to pay for play women. You think that one is just too beautiful for you. There's no way she'll say yes to me. Her job is to say yes, and you still scared to walk up on her. I don't know what American women did to you dudes' brains since I've been gone, but I feel sorry for you brothers. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I don't know what they did to you dudes to make you think that even among some of the most gorgeous women, y'all always pick the mud ducks. And I don't understand it. And I'm trying, I mean it. I'm trying to understand, but don't nobody want to talk to your boy. Shout out to the official one. He said, who's the refrigerator in the elevator? Right. Right. Shout out to Johnny with the $5 love. Appreciate you, Johnny. Let's get back to the video. Y'all didn't come here to hear Andre talk. My brother says this. He said, Dre, they brainwash. It's been baked into their consciousness. Keisha destroyed their self-esteem. And I believe it. I believe it because you know what? Before the video ends, because some of you guys are new to the channel, I'm a member of the Colombian Scopolamine Facebook group. Everybody can't get into it. But since I do content about it, they let me in the group about 3-4 years ago. So I've never been drugged, but I do share information about guys that, you know, to prevent it and stuff like that. Once again, shout out to Obi Land. I'm going to drop the link to his channel. Anybody that's we got the PayPal scrolling at the bottom of the screen, guys. We got PayPal scrolling at the bottom of the screen, right? We got Cash App, and as you can see, scrolling right now is PayPal at the bottom. aspence2011 at Gmail. Any donations that you give to tonight's episode by way of PayPal. I know you guys like to support by way of Cash App too. that goes to us. We appreciate that. But any donation goes that we do tonight that goes to PayPal will go directly to Obi Land, the brothers who video this is. We want to, every time we do one of his reactions, man, we want to do a small fundraiser of appreciation of the hard work those dudes put in. So if you guys don't mind, if you do Cash App, they don't have a Cash App. That'll bless us, but it won't bless them. But the PayPal will bless them tonight. So any donation, I don't care if it's $2, $1, 15 cents, anything that you give towards PayPal, at the end of the night, we're going to send it over to Obi Land. We've done it several times over. We're going to do it again tonight. Shout out again to all you guys that are here. Yeah. She ready to block somebody. This woman is ready for the NFL draft. But this is the best that y'all can get.
Been brought to justice, and for her it's just another day at the office, drugging and robbing foreigners who visit the beautiful city of Medellín. And while you lay half dead, she will steal your belongings. And trust me, she doesn't care, because she feels protected, knowing that in her city some people don't care about negative news against foreigners, and also knowing there are some people like you who will blame the victim. She expected him to get back on a plane home and cry, but she was wrong, as we set a trap for her. She had thought that she had found another tourist who she would steal from, but for the first time in her drugging and robbing history, she's in a predicament that's unexpected. Caught red-handed with a sedative in her bag, desperate, trying to prove her innocence in order to avoid jail, she would do the unthinkable. And so this should let you know the lengths that they're willing to go in order to hide their crimes, confirming that they really don't care whether you live or you die. Blinded by greed and working as part of a criminal organization, this is just one of the faces of the kind of people responsible for the deaths of many foreigners in Medellín. Some people will say, oh, he deserves it, while others will say it's all fake. But if you know, you know. And so this is the story of how the Obi Land team brought to justice.
It's y'all big girl. This is y'all big girl. Y'all got my brother Obi Land out there busting his ass with his team to capture big bitches for y'all. Y'all got Obi Land and his team when they could be focused on helping somebody else. Y'all got Obi Land out there helping big bitches get arrested. Not baddies. Oh, no, not baddies in Colombia. Big bitches. Y'all need y'all ass whooped.
One of the most cunning Scopolamine.
T-Mac, you stupid for that one. You stupid for that one, T-Mac. He said, Montgomery says, Montreal says this. He said, why guys want low quality? I don't know. I do, brother. I do not know.
You know, in these situations, a lot of men probably are embarrassed to tell their story. Definitely changed my vibe, I should say. Like when I'm in Colombia, like I was this cool guy. You know, all my friends in the States, they see me constantly flying out and all these different things, and it was just nothing but happiness and blissful memories. And this one obviously tarnished that track record. It happened to me. I had heard horror stories about getting drugged and robbed, and I never thought it could really happen to me.
I've heard stories, but just like the rest of y'all, I never thought it would happen to me. None of us would think that it would happen to us, brother. None of us are getting off planes saying, you know what? Today could be the day. But even wise men take precaution. The Bible in Proverbs says, a man without self-control, a man is like a city without a wall of protection. In the book of Proverbs, a man without self-control, discretion, wisdom is like a city that does not have a wall or any form of protection around it. Anybody could just walk in your life, tear everything up, and leave your life as if nothing happened. Just like a city without protection. I heard about men being drugged. So this brother already knew, and he did it anyway. Well, I've been to other countries. Don't matter. I've been to Colombia a bunch of times. It didn't happen. Don't matter. If I break the rules of, I've driven here in Colombia 100 times, right? Right? Does that mean I get to break the laws of the driving laws of Colombia just because I've driven here in Colombia 100 times? No, I've driven here at least 200-300 times, right? My driver's license is at least 5-6 years old, right? Does that mean that I still get to break the laws and just say, fuck these stoplights, right? What about the stop signs? I know some Colombians do, but I'm talking about me. Does that mean that because I've driven here in Colombia that I need to say in the middle of work traffic, forget about that red light, I'm going through even though it's green for the other people? Wait a minute. If I gotta follow the rules, no matter how many times I've been in Colombia, no matter how many times I've been driving in Colombia, if I've gotta follow the rules, what the hell make y'all think that y'all don't have to follow the rules? The rules are stay the fuck off the dating apps. You don't know what you're doing. Stop blaming the apps. I blame you. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You ain't no dating apps all the time in the States. Every blue moon you hit a dating app. Y'all be coming down here to Colombia. Let's say you're hitting dating apps in the United States every day. Every day. That does not mean you know how to use a dating app in China, a dating app in Korea, a dating app in the Philippines, a dating app in Thailand. Just because your ass is good at using dating apps in your own country does not make you a professional dating app guru in another country. Stay the fuck off the dating apps. Acting like a little ass boy that can't listen. Y'all always want somebody to feel sorry for y'all ass, but you keep self-inflicting crimes. I'm gonna talk about that all night long. Self-inflicted crimes. One of them, you keep taking your ass on the dating apps like you can't pull bitches. Pay for play walking up and down Medellín streets. Pay for play walking up and down Cartagena streets, Bogota streets, and you still got your ass on them damn dating apps. Admit, it's hard for y'all to admit you don't know what the fuck you're doing. On the dating apps, I wouldn't know what the fuck I'm doing either. I ain't gonna lie to you. I have not been on the dating apps in years because I've been married all these years, right? Is the dating app game different from when I was on it 8-9 years ago, right? 8-9 years ago compared to today in Colombia, the way that I was using the dating apps 8-9 years ago is different, right? So if Andre today put Tinder on my phone after 9 years of being away from dating apps, do I know how to use it as a professional? Do I know what the hell I'm doing? No. If you've come to Colombia and you've used the dating apps 1,000 times in the States, that does not mean you know what the fuck you doing in Colombia or Brazil or Thailand. And just because you were able to use it 6 or 7 times and you didn't get no problems, that still doesn't make you a professional. That just makes you a person that was able to get past. I don't like to use the word lucky or fortunate, but you got past. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, stop bringing bitches to where you lay your head. All these love motels, over 10,000. We already did the video of it. 10,000 love motels that Colombian use that are good for 1 hour, 2 hours, up to 4 hours. Love motels all throughout Medellín. Why are y'all still taking bitches to where you lay your head at night? Where your cell phone is, your other cell phone, where your passport is, where the rest of your cash is. That other cell phone is the one you use to call your mama to let her know that you are all right. You a day trader. You got your laptop set up there. You can't afford to be losing no money because you got to buy some new laptops in a foreign country. Why do y'all love bringing bitches back to y'all Airbnb or hotel when thousands of love motels are in every city? Every one of them. And I showed them to you. And they're luxurious. They ain't no raggedy ass motels like the States. They are luxurious romance hotels that cost next to nothing. But y'all asses will still break that rule and bring a bitch or bitches back to where you lay your head. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Rule number 3, y'all keep breaking over and over. And here's the one that really gets me. This rule y'all break, but you don't break it in the States. Y'all ready? Drinking after you left the club. I ain't never drank some more after I left the club. I don't care if I was with my boys and we had some liquor in the car. As grown men, I ain't never drank after I left the club. I've eaten after I left the club. I might go to another club after I left that club. I have never gone back to my house and poured myself a drink. As many bitches that I done fucked the United States, I have never met a bitch in a club, took that bitch back to my house, and we pouring drinks. Nigga, I don't care if I got a bar in my house. I ain't never poured no goddamn drinks after we left the club. A chick come to my house, she getting a drink of water or some juice. I ain't never went, yeah, baby, we fucked up coming from the club. Damn, that was fun, girl, with your fine ass. Let me go pour some old Cisco. Let me go pour some old Hennessy, girl. Is it just me? I ain't never left no fucking club and went home and started drinking some more. If I leave a club with a bitch and I'm drinking some more, yeah, I need to go ahead and go to rehab that Monday morning. Let's not even play with it. We're going to go to rehab Monday morning because I got an alcohol issue. If I'm drinking after I've been drinking all motherfucking night and dancing all night in the club, all my energy is not for no damn dancing. The little bit of energy I got left is for fucking this bad bitch I got in front of me in my crib. Damn a drink. Bitch, you better swallow. You gonna be thirsty in this motherfucker. I'm gonna give your ass a reason to be thirsty. No, wait a minute. I've been out of the game for a while. I've been out of the States almost a decade. Maybe it's a new game. And maybe in the States, that's what y'all do. You get drunk in the club, meet the baddie jump in her car, follow you to your crib, right? Or you go to her crib. And when you get there, y'all start pouring more drinks. Maybe that's the new shit that I ain't know nothing about. I've been gone long. Maybe that's how y'all do it now in the States. Motherfuckers go to the club, get drunk, and still get drunker at the hotel room. Like you don't go to her crib, she don't go to your crib. Y'all go ahead and get a hotel room. Y'all go get a gyro breakfast. Shout out to the gyro breakfast. So tired of you damn New York dude talking about some damn gyro. It's gyro. The G makes a J sound. Get a gyro breakfast, right? Get you a nice little gyro breakfast. Take it to the hotel room. Maybe it's just me. I ain't never took a bitch to a hotel room and then brought some drinks with me. Ever. Maybe that's the new way of doing it. Like I said, I've been out the game too long. Maybe y'all go to the hotel room and y'all order some Uber to deliver y'all. Uber Eats to deliver some drinks. Maybe it wasn't enough liquor in the club. Or maybe y'all breaking the rule that you don't break in the States. If you don't drink in the States after you leave in the club with a bitch, why are you drinking back at your fucking Airbnb or hotel room after you leave a club with a bitch? Man, I can name off 9 more rules that you motherfuckers break. The other one we're just looking at tonight, the fat bitch rule. As much as y'all talk about the women in the United States so bad, them big bitches, they put no weight, they not fit, feminine friendly, all that shit. You complain about how the women in the United States got plump, big, out of shape, don't go to the gym, all that. Y'all complain. And what do? Get your ass on an airplane, fly 8 hours just to come to Colombia and give your money to a big bitch. You a hypocrite. All y'all. A bunch of fucking hypocrites. The same thing that y'all complain about women in the States, you'll bring your ass to another country and do it. I don't fuck with no baby mamas. I ain't gonna be nobody's stepdad. Bring your ass to Brazil, and that's all I see y'all asses with. It'd be you and her 12-year-old son and her 13-year-old daughter and her walking to the mall to buy their ass some new shoes in Brazil. I see y'all ass in Colombia. Talking about I gonna mess with no woman with no kids. Bring your ass to Colombia. Y'all motherfuckers be booed up, ready to marry a bitch with 8 kids in this motherfucker. Y'all be a DR, don't fuck with nothing but baby mamas. But then you want to go back to the United States and bitch about being with a baby mama. Y'all hypocrites, man. Fucking hypocrites. So when y'all get drugged, y'all wonder why I laugh? Shit. Y'all think I'm gonna stop laughing? You need to look in the mirror and start laughing at your goddamn selves. Fucking idiots, man. Village idiots. It's uncalled for. We're too grown. You guys are too successful in your business, in your careers, in your endeavors. You are too successful to be this stupid. That's probably the number one rule that pisses me off the most. You are not a stupid man. You are successful with your education, your goals, your plans. You've accomplished so many things in life. You own a home back home. Some of y'all got families back home. Some of y'all raised good kids back home. You are a successful man, and then come to Brazil and be the stupidest motherfucker that walked the planet. That probably pisses. There is nothing that pisses me off more than that. You guys are so successful in life and will come to South America and Southeast Asia and be the stupidest motherfuckers that ever walked the planet. Even God looking at y'all like, I ain't make him. I don't know him. Anytime you got God looking at you like he don't know you, that ain't my work. I ain't make him. I ain't tell him to do that. He didn't pray to me about that. When? He ain't pray to me about that. He ain't pray. He didn't fast. He ain't do nothing. He ain't ask me nothing. Goodness gracious. Stay the fuck off the apps. If you're not using it in the States, stay the fuck. You guys think I'm just talking about South America. You idiots don't even know what the fuck to do with an app in Southeast Asia. You be picking bitches in the Philippines that are the biggest hustlers, scammers. Hustle your ass out of your whole bank account. It's women in the Philippines and Thailand got you niggas robbing people so you can get money to get back on a plane to make it back to Europe, to make it back to the States. It's homeless foreigners living on the beaches. I remember when Aaron, Passport Bro Aaron, for the Passport Bro Facebook group. I mentioned that to him on his live stream. He was like, "No, Dre, ain't no homeless dudes in Pattaya on the beach." I pulled that video up to him. The news was interviewing homeless foreigners that were living on the motherfucking beaches in Phuket. Them bitches that scammed your ass out of everything to where your ass can't even fly back home. Fucking around on them dating apps in Thailand. So if you think I'm just talking about Colombia, no, you stupid globally. Stay off the apps. Damn. It is not that. Is Pattaya? Yes, sir. Thank you very much, brother. Stay off the. It's not that fucking hard. You are not special. This brother thought he was special, and this dumb ass got drugged. He thought he was just so special. The rules didn't apply to him. Fucking idiots, man. Idiots.
You know, we're men, right? And we have egos. Not to say that I'm egotistical, but it definitely is a situation that will stick with me for a while. You know, this won't hurt.
Her real name is Sarah, but she goes under different names on Tinder, and she is a face responsible for the many druggings and robberies of foreigners in Medellín. To protect identity, this story begins the way it was told to us. And so what you're about to hear is how the events unfolded from the very beginning.
I've been coming to Colombia since 2021.
You ever hear somebody talk and they keep putting their foot in their mouth? The more this brother talk, the more we don't feel sorry for his ass on this channel. I'm gonna say this again. Every time I'm gonna bring back the beat. I'm gonna bring it all the way back to the beginning. Every time this brother says something, do you notice that your sympathy for him just keeps dwindling? You know, you want to feel sorry, like, brother, I'm glad that you all right. I'm glad, you know, you survived it. My fucking sympathy just keeps going. I've been coming to Colombia since 2021, post-pandemic, knowing what was going on. And like he said, my ego, my pride said, fuck what all them YouTubers say that's been telling me stay the fuck off them apps. I'm going to do what I want to do anyway. Shout out to Will. Will says this, greeting Andre, and chat family. He said, please support the channel by way of PayPal, Cash App, and Super Chats. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to check out the Cash Apps and PayPal in a second. He said, I'm back. Yo, you in the States? That was fast. He said, I'm back in the States on business. I'm listening while I'm on the road to family. Shout out to the family. Shout out to you, Will, and a safe flight, brother. He said, I'm old school. He said, I'm not different. He said, I move differently. I'm like you too, bro. He said, I never use a dating app in my life. Never will. I have. I used to run rampant through the month. I'm gonna tell y'all something. If anybody that should be able to say, I'm from the top of the Shaolin Mountain, 5 deadly venom of the dating apps, it would be a motherfucker like me, right? I ran rampant through Black Planet, Black Voices, MySpace. I'm old school dating apps. Plenty of Fish. A bunch of the apps that came along. Tinder in the States. I'm beating up the coochies because they're so tender. If anybody should have came to Colombia and said, well, shit, this ain't nothing different. It could have been me, right? It could have been me, right? And a lot of you dudes that go all the way back to MySpace, it could have been you, right? because you knew you've been using dating apps like crazy. But even we had enough sense to say, we don't know everything. Let's sit this one out. Let's walk up to regular women. Let's sit this one out. This ain't Tinder and MySpace in the States, okay? Right, college club. Seriously. He said is there a street surrounded by women that they have to use dating apps? I don't know, bro. Don't even give me a lot of it. Don't even get Andre to lying. But I'm gonna bring this beat back to about right here. Let's bring it back to about right here when Obi Land first started.
Anonymously, shoot me a message.
It's about 9:30 p.m. and this Scope Queen is with yet another victim. She feels emboldened because she has never been brought to justice. And for her, it's just another day at the office, drugging and robbing foreigners who visit the beautiful city of Medellín. And while you lay half dead, she will steal your belongings. And trust me, she doesn't care because she feels protected, knowing that in her city, some people don't care about negative news against foreigners, and also knowing there are some people like you who will blame the victim. She expected him to get back on a plane home and cry, but she was wrong as we set a trap for her. She had thought that she had found another tourist who she would steal from, but for the first time in her drugging and robbing history, she's in a predicament that's unexpected. Caught red-handed with a sedative in her bag, desperate, trying to prove her innocence in order to avoid jail, she would do the unthinkable. And so this should let you know the lengths that they're willing to go in order to hide their crimes, confirming that they really don't care whether you live or you die. Blinded by greed and working as part of a criminal organization, this is just one of the faces of the kind of people responsible for the deaths of many foreigners in Medellín. Some people will say, oh, he deserves it, while others will say it's all fake. But if you know, you know. And so this is the story of how the Obi Land team brought to justice one of the most cunning.
You know, in these situations, a lot of men probably are embarrassed to tell their story. Definitely changed my vibe, I should say. Like when I'm in Colombia, like I was this cool guy, you know, all my friends in the States, they see me constantly flying out and all these different things. And it was just nothing but happiness and blissful memories. And this one obviously tarnished that track record. It happened to me. I had heard horror stories about getting drugged and robbed, and I never thought it would really happen to me. You know, we're men, right? And we have egos, not to say that I'm egotistical, but it definitely is a situation that will stick with me for a while. You know, this one hurt.
Her real name is Sarah, but she goes under different names on Tinder, and she is a face responsible for the many druggings and robberies of foreigners in Medellín. To protect identity, this story begins the way it was told to us. And so what you're about to hear is how the events unfolded from the very beginning.
Hey guys, do me a favor. Answer this question. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Answer this question. What would you guys say? Would you still recommend visiting Colombia for the first time? The question is not where in Colombia anymore. It's who are you that's going to Colombia. If you're the right who, sure, you will enjoy Colombia. I know plenty of people that come down here year in, year. Remember, Colombians' tourism has grown by leaps and bounds. Medellín, over 4 million. No, over 3 million. Cartagena, over 4 million. And it's going to continue to grow. And there's not 4 million people coming down here for pay for play. Far from it. So the question is, who are you? Are you a Pookie? Don't come. Ray Ray Nook Nook? Don't come. If you Paw Paw, Mr. Sugar Daddy, don't come. If you can't follow the rules, don't come. If you think that you got to live and die by dating apps, don't come. If you think that you need to come to this country to have your first threesome, don't come. If you like to touch kids, don't come. If you're the type of dude that a woman can convince you to do cocaine, smoke weed, or overdrink, because a lot of you dudes, don't lie to me, you did your first sniff of cocaine in Colombia. I know you have. I've already talked to enough people that talk about y'all. You ain't never touched cocaine a day in your life, and a beautiful Colombiana offered you some Tootsie and you sniffed it. Whether you got hooked on it or not, that's not none of my business. But I know a lot of you dudes that came down here and tried cocaine for the first time in Colombia. If you that dude, don't come. If you overdrink, if Colombian women can convince you to do one more drink or convince you to drink in your Airbnb or hotel, bruh, do not come. Go to Thailand. Go to Italy. Go look at some monuments. Go to Morocco. Go to Ethiopia. Don't come here. And I mean that. The question is not Colombia anymore. The question is the who's coming to Colombia. I'll say that one again before I let it go. The question is not Colombia. It's who's coming to Colombia. Because most people that come to Colombia, we don't have no issues. But if you don't move and act like most people coming to Colombia, yeah, don't come here. Yeah, it's not a good place to come for your first trip. Colombia ain't built for stupid people. Brazil is not built for stupid people. So if you think that you're going to skip Colombia and just go ahead and fly to Brazil, if you think Colombia is not built for stupid people, Brazil is definitely not built for stupid people. It's the who is coming. Ask yourself what type of who you are that's coming. And if you know deep in your heart that you come on fuckery, no, Colombia is not the place to come anymore. Brazil is getting to that point where Brazil is not the place to go if you stupid. If you stupid, I promise you, Brazil is not the place to play around. Thailand and Philippines, I'm telling y'all stay with handcuffs on in the Philippines, in Thailand. So you might not get drugged in Southeast Asia, but your stupid ass will get arrested. I promise you that one. I guarantee you. Go ahead, go to Southeast Asia and do something stupid. They will lock your ass up so fast and throw away that key. They do not care in Southeast Asia. You thought it was ICE over there. They lock them up so fast. Foreigners up so fast. So the question is, who are you? Who are you that's asking the question? Who are you that will be traveling? What type of who are you? I know what type of who I am. I know what type of who T-Mac is, Will, Jay Clyde, Jay Fleming, Kobe, my brother Jay in Cartagena with the Airbnb. I know what type of traveler or who they are, but you got to ask yourself, if I come to Colombia, what type of who am I? And if you know you're a person that's on fuckery, a party boy, yeah, this ain't that country no more. Keep your ass in the States. And I'm saying it out of love, really. Said it out of love. Zeta said, don't come to Cambodia fucking around. He said, I promise you, you will find out. Absolutely correct. It depends on the person. He said, I live in Colombia. In general, it is for mature people that know how to carry it. 1000%. 1,000%. If you like drinking, and we're talking about over drinking, like over drinking, getting high, disrespecting police, etc., don't come. Don't come. These guys are 100% correct. Don't come. You know what? we gonna quit feeding off in the Theo. He said, I'm just an F boy. He said, I failed in Colombia. He said, what? I will go home. For real. For real. Let's continue on.
I've been coming to Colombia since 2021. I've traveled all over the country, different cities, and I'm what people would consider a veteran to traveling abroad. I've been to other countries, Costa Rica, and all these different things, and I've embraced this new chapter in my life as far as traveling. This is some of the most exciting years of my life, some of the most exciting experiences of my life. You got the different cultures, different foods. You get away from the cold in the States. Just take a weekend and go chill on the beach somewhere, and you get that royal treatment, that bang for your buck, as they say. So in December 2025, I arrived at Medellín roughly 2 weeks before Christmas for another vacation, another unassuming trip to Medellín. I've been there several times, and just coming for the holidays to check things out.
Typical of his time in Medellín, the man at the center of this story, Mike, would usually spend his days visiting expat friends in Medellín, having lunch and walking around the Provenza area. As a person who had visited Medellín several times, he felt extremely comfortable, often considering and reflecting on what life could be like if he relocated full-time into the city.
Life in the States is more stiff, I guess you could say. You go wild, you overpaying for things, you trying to keep up with the status quo. Everybody wants to be seen, they living through Instagram and those types of things. But the life abroad, my experiences abroad, they've been more authentic, more real, where I feel like my work is paying off for me, you know what I mean?
Chalupe has been listening. Christmas week, scoping season. They need that money for those toys. So all you do is that think because you didn't get drugged in the summertime. Wait until after September 1st, because September 1st is the official start of the Christmas holiday in Colombia. I'm going to say this again for the back of the church. September 1st is the official start of the Christmas celebration here in Colombia. Not November, not October, September. Take it from me. I done drug that tree out many a times, late September. After September, the same woman that did not drug you when you were sleeping with her in April, the same one that was giving you firehead in May, is the same one that will drug your ass in October. Christmas season. This brother went down there a week before Christmas season. If you ever, for those that don't notice, after September, that's when the rise in druggings and deaths take place every year in Colombia for foreigners. Prior to September is like hit and miss, right? September happens, the numbers just go up like crazy. Christmas season has started. And some of you dudes, me and Andre have been saying the same thing for years. Thank you very much, Chalupe. He's absolutely correct. It's Christmas season. And you're going to get robbed in September, in October, yes, in November, and especially December. I think it was 2022 or 2023. 40 people died in Colombia being scoped after September 1st. If y'all think it's a game, 40 dudes died being scoped. I think it was 2023 or 2024. It was like, and it was like really close. It was like really right around November, really. It was just death. They didn't care how much drugs they was putting off in there. So hear me. Hear your brother that loves you. The same chick that did not drug you in March or May is the same one that will drug you, because you're easy prey now. You'll literally walk into her web. Welcome to my web, said the spider to the fly. You will literally walk into her web now. Why? She didn't drug you in March. She didn't need your money in March. She didn't drug you in May because she didn't need your money in May. And you will walk right into her spider's web in October. And she drugged you. Why? Christmas season. She needs your money now. That's very common in South America. Very, very common. Pay for play prices go up after September 1st, and druggings and deaths go up after September 1st. Pay for play prices go up after September 1st. Druggings and people that die from druggings go up after September 1st every year since I've been here. This is not a new phenomenon, except for the year of the pandemic, of course. So don't forget that, guys. September 1st. Shout out to Black Chairman in the building. Let's go, gentlemen. Back to Obi Land. Make sure you guys subscribe to Obi Land. I'm going to drop the link.
You know, I never really wanted to, I guess, to pay for play. So I embraced, trying to meet people on the street or whatever the case was. And for whatever reason, I ended up on one of these social media apps, one of these dating apps. And it was probably more so out of boredom. I had heard horror stories about.
Did I not say that? I know I keep interrupting, and I did say I was going to let it ride. Did I not say guys get drugged within I don't care if it's a 5-day trip. I want to say this again. I don't care if it's a 5-day trip. Guys in Colombia usually get drugged within your first 3 days because you're so excited and you let your guard down. Or you get drugged or you get drugged within your last 3 days. Even if it's a 5-day trip, number one reason within your last 3 days is you're bored. That's the number one reason that I hear guys get drugged during the last 3 days when they're here. You were bored. So you wanted to get that last one in. And what did he do? He let his guard down. Happens every time. This brother could be in a grave right now because of boredom. Because of boredom. He is not the only one. He is not the only one. I've said this one 100 times over. Your first 3 days, you're too excited. Calm down. Your last 3 days, you're bored. You didn't do anything with your time except party and have fun. You didn't go out to the golf courses. You didn't go out to Super Bowling, one of the most beautiful bowling alley clubs that you will ever see in your life. Super Bowling. You didn't go out bowling. You didn't go to any of the museums, any of the parks, any of the sightseeing. You didn't meet anybody quality to put in your phone. So now you're bored. And what do we say in the States? An idle mind is the devil's workshop. An idle mind is the devil's workshop. So your mind is idle, you're bored. And now you're tempted to do something that, like in Mike's case, this gentleman, you normally would not do. That's why I'm giving y'all the breakdown. Your first 3 days, slow down. Slow down and don't care if your boys don't. Some of y'all gonna come in a group of 5, some of y'all gonna come in a group of 3. Some of you gonna solo travel. I don't care how hype your boys are to do some shit. That doesn't mean that you have to follow them. If they run to 9 brothels in 9 hours, let them Negroes do it. If you are not in the mood to do it, do not do things that you are not in the mood to do. Do not come to Colombia and be a follower. I'm telling you, it does not pay well. Being a follower of your boys because they're hyped to do things and you don't want to feel like the square or the left out dude, I'm telling you, that's how you get caught up. Let them Negroes be all excited and hyped. Let them white boys be excited and hyped. You ain't got to follow what the white boys doing. Let the white boys do it. Like I said, you can't say white no more on YouTube. You got to say white, right? Don't be trying to be like the white boys. Be yourself, bro. And if you don't feel like going out today, you just feel like your first day, I'm tired, I just want to relax, I just want to walk around the city, see if I can get me something to eat, look at all these beautiful women, and then I'm going out tomorrow and, probably party and have a good time. But I'm not about to sit up here and run around, and I just got off a plane and I'm sleepy and I'm tired. And I just want to sit back and just take a deep breath because I'm in Colombia. I just want to sit back and just enjoy the moment for a second. And if your boys don't want to, fuck them. Let them go. Let them have fun. Let them come back and tell stories. Tell them, dude, and when y'all come back, don't bring a bitch back for me. I know how to find my own pussy. I'm going to tell you that now. That's another one. Make sure your boys don't be bringing bitches back for you. I don't know this bitch. I didn't pick this bitch. Did we not just make the video a couple days ago? 5 dudes got drugged in Medellín. No, I'm sorry, in Cartagena by 6 women. 5 dudes, 6 women drugged 5 dudes in Cartagena. We just made that video not even 2 days ago, right? What happened? 1 female was chosen off the streets of Cartagena. This bitch says, I got 5 more friends to bring along to the party. They take her back to their spot. She calls her friends to their spot. These niggas wake up the next day, damn near miss their flight. Don't get no bitch for me. Thank you, but no thank you. Thank you, fellas. No thank you. I get my own. I've been getting my own pussy my whole life. I don't need your help getting pussy. Oh, she is fine. I ain't gonna touch her. Why? I don't know that bitch. I don't know where y'all got that bitch from. Y'all just walked in the house. It was 3 of us on this trip. Y'all walked in the house with 4 bitches. I'm just sitting here just chilling because I was sleepy the first day. The first day y'all decided to go out, y'all come back in the house with 4 bitches, and I'm supposed to just automatically just jump up and down and be happy and just give my money away. I didn't even pick none of these hoes. In the last 5 dudes that did that, they end up getting drugged and robbed. All 5 of them motherfuckers. And this just happened in the last few weeks. Don't let another man dictate what you do, how you spend your money on your trip. I know y'all went as a group, but it's still your trip, just like it's their trip. Don't be a fucking follower. Just tell your boys, no, I'm good. I'm dude, that's my just in case you ever wonder, that is my number 1 motto. No, I'm good. Hey Dre, we heading over to so I'm in an exclusive club, right? Exclusive restaurant here in Cali. If you ain't got that money like that, you ain't walking into that spot, right? I see this white dude, white Colombian, right? The white Colombian. He got these 2 bad motherfuckers with him. You can tell he's spending his money. I'm minding my business. I walk past him, give him a nod, keep on pushing. His table is right next to mine. His ladies had gone to the ladies' room. We strike up a little small conversation. Next thing you know, we hitting it off. I mean, we chopping it off. Ladies come back, I'm chopping it up with them. We about to head over to so and so and so. You want to come? He say, dog, come. Everything on me. I'm good. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm good. I'm good. Hey, how you fun with the ladies? I'm good. And I'm talking about these was Colombian 9s. Them motherfuckers bad. He was right around my age, right? He just had money to spare like that. And they didn't look dangerous, you know, because really nice. But don't hook up me for me. I'm good. Don't. And they weren't saying come back to a hotel room with us and nothing. They were just saying, hey, come to the pergola. And I've been to the pergola club many a times, right? I'm good. I'm fine. I got my meal right here. I got my drink. I'm going home to my wife. I'm good. Sometimes you got to learn to tell your boys, hey, bro, thank you, but I'm good. I'm good. You sure, Dre? Yeah, I'm sure, bro. I'm good. Yeah, man. Ain't nothing wrong with saying I'm good. Let's go back to hear what the brother had to say.
You know, people going on these dating apps and meeting women and getting drugged and robbed. And I never thought it would really happen to me because obviously I'm a veteran.
Everything that he's saying, like I said, he is putting his foot in his mouth. The more he talks, the more he's just confirming everything that we've been saying about dudes that travel to Colombia for years. You think you know, and you don't know a damn thing.
I've been coming here for years with no problems, no issues. So I didn't think much of the situation. Again, I didn't approach it with any apprehension. I matched with a young lady named Laura, who actually, come to find out, her name was actually Sarah. And everything was smooth. We matched, we spoke for a few days, texting. The conversation was smooth, organic. I let her know that I wasn't trying to find a working girl, as they say. And she let me know that wasn't what she was about. She let me know that she worked regularly. She worked at a store, and she stayed busy because the store had a good flow of customers and what have you. We spoke for a couple of days, and everything seemed normal, genuine, and we exchanged numbers. We contacted each other on WhatsApp. And continue to, text each other quite regularly for the next couple of days. Ultimately, we decided to meet in public, go out, have a date, and I suggested a bar, have some drinks, maybe get some food. But she said that it would be a more financially sound option to just meet at my apartment. We could just, have drinks there, and it was more of a better atmosphere to just talk and not be interrupted by a lot of people or noise. And I decided to, invite her to my apartment. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary or unusual. I've had people visit me at my apartment before. I like having people over, and just, I also like to cook and entertain. So everything seemed like a good idea from there. I like to save money as well.
Believing Sarah was everything she claimed to be and trusting his instincts, he would arrange to meet her.
So we agreed on 8:30, and even though we had conversations before, again I had to restate, just double back to make an emphasis on the fact that I was not trying to pay for sex or anything like that, which is obviously is a common thing. And I've heard horror stories where guys think that they're getting into a genuine situation, and the woman has altered motives, and they try to extort money out of these guys and call the police and all these different things. There's a lot of weird situations that can occur if you don't have that conversation in writing as insurance to say, hey, listen, we spoke about this before, I'm not paying you a dime, and you go from there.
With everything appearing normal, a time and date were set.
Again, we decided to meet around 8:30. I had everything prepared. I had some drinks ready and what have you. She had phoned me, let me know that she, was running a bit late, and that was fine. I was still taking my time getting ready. And one thing that kind of put me at ease was that, I offered to send an Uber for her, and she accepted it right away. And that was a good sign for me to say, hey, she doesn't mind letting me know her address, where she's at, and have a record of that. And we went from there. She arrived maybe 9:15. She registered her ID with the front desk, the security at the front desk. I even took a picture of her ID and sent it to a few of my friends to let them know, hey, I'm meeting this girl. That's another insurance policy that that's done here in Colombia when you're meeting a woman for the first time. I realize obviously now that the ID that she gave me was a fake ID, as she was operating under an alias. So once in my apartment, I did notice that she didn't look exactly like her photos. I mean, she put a little bit of, she put some weight on, but at the end of the day, we had established a bit of a connection prior to me meeting her. And, people have pictures on their social media and on these dating apps that might be a bit dated. And, I wasn't gonna kick her out because, she didn't look exactly like her profile pictures. But yeah, everything was free flowing. She was very energetic, very engaging. We spoke about life and love and family. And she had a way of communicating and giving me these subtle touches, you know what I mean? Making me feel like, she was with the guy she wanted to be with at the time she wanted to be with him. I was very much at ease in the moment. I was very comfortable with her, and I was enjoying the evening. We had drinks going.
The pair will share drinks as she showers Mike with lots of attention.
I want to say there was a persistent effort of getting me to drink, which of course, hindsight is 2020, but as I recollect, she definitely was at a frat house. She wanted drink, one of those kind of deals where I'm
She said like a frat house. Drink, drink, drink. You've been to Colombia since 2021. You said you really don't do pay for play, but you decide to do it anyway. Or at least decide to get on the dating app. My first test would have been when she said she worked 9 to 5 or 9 to 6. My first test would have been, let me shoot her a message. If I could text her any time of the day, anytime I want, you ain't never got to worry about seeing me, boo. You ain't got no damn job. You do not have a job if you are at work and I can text you all day, any time of the day. You ain't got no job. Craig, Tommy, you ain't got no job.
Very much so trying to maintain control of the situation. Still very much so aware of what I needed to do to protect myself as far as, you know, keeping an eye on my drink or whatever the case was. Again, if I would go to the bathroom, I would take my drink with me. It seems like maybe rub her the wrong way. She found it a bit offensive that I wasn't showing trust. And she, you know, tried to reassure me, hey, you know, I'm not here for that. Like, you know, you'll be fine. The night continued, and again, she was engaged up to a point. There was a point in there where I'd say every 10 to 15 minutes, she was in her phone. You know, she would. It seemed like, you know, it was like an alarm clock went off in her head for her to check on her phone. I asked if everything was good, and she, you know, she said she was checking on her family. I think she said her sister or something like that was going through a breakup or something like that. So
that's exactly how y'all be looking, boy. Y'all be swearing y'all about to tear that coochie up. That's exactly the face that y'all be giving. Boy, I'm gonna be tearing this coochie up all night long. Y'all be looking at that coochie like y'all Lionel Richie. All night long, all night. That's, you know what the look that he giving?
I want sex in the kitchen, over by the stove. I want put you on the counter, by the butter roast. Hands on the table, on the tippy toe. Girl, we'll be making love like the restaurant was closed.
Y'all be planning on making love like the restaurant was closed. That's the look that he giving. No, not knowing he ain't gonna get a chance to smell that pussy. He ain't gonna get a chance to sniff it.
we danced, we listened to music and danced. And we were very, very physical with each other as we danced in my apartment.
As the night progressed, Mike would keep a close eye on Sarah's movements, and everything seemed to be unfolding as expected. However, in an unexplainable moment, it will all change.
Damn, that was fast. Wait a minute, we got to bring that beat back. That was fast, boy. She moved with the swiftness. I'm going to tell you this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I'm serious about this. Gentlemen, if you feel you need to bring your drink to the bathroom, as soon as you walk out that bathroom, walk straight to that living room door, open up that door, and kick that bitch out. If your spidey senses are telling you, go ahead, grab your drink, and go to the bathroom. If you got to do that shit, you might as well go ahead and kick the bitch out, bro. And I know it's hard for a lot of y'all to just kick some regular pussy out the door. I got you. Your dick hard, you've been drinking, you ain't thinking clearly. But I'm telling y'all, man, Y'all better learn. Y'all have asked me to show y'all a lot of stuff about Colombia. Y'all need to start reaching out to me and say, Andre, could you teach me how to kick a bitch out? Y'all ask me about everything in Colombia. Hey, Dre, how about the taxes in Colombia? How about buying a car in Colombia? Getting an apartment in Colombia? How do I marry a woman in Colombia? How about raising kids in Colombia? Y'all need to be reaching out to me and say, Dre, I need to talk to you about something. Could you do me a favor? What's up, brother? I'll do anything for you, that's reasonable. What do you need? Dre, could you take a couple days out and show me how to kick a bitch out my shit? Because I don't know how to kick bitches out. And it seems like you know how to kick a bitch out. Could you show me how you be kicking bitches out? That's what y'all need to be reaching out to me for. I will teach y'all the Kama Sutra of kicking bitches out your shit. Man, I'm telling y'all, man, dude, rule number one, by the time I grab that doorknob, you better be grabbing your motherfucking shoes. Rule number two, ain't no excuses. I gives no excuses for kicking a bitch out. Ain't no, but why? Bitch, I give, no. It is your job to grab a doorknob. You ain't got no other job. Ain't no sitting down counseling with her, explain to her why you feel how you feel. Ain't no her hugging you, trying to convince you. No, bitch. I'm walking, dude. First rule of kicking a bitch out your shit, walk directly to your doorknob. Grab it. Let her know. Grab your shoes. I don't think this is gonna work. I don't give a fuck if she cussing you out all the way to the motherfucking parking lot. Watch her walk the fuck away. Y'all don't know how to see. That's the problem. That's probably the number one problem why y'all get drugged. Y'all don't know how to kick a bitch out and replace a bitch. Hey, you know the bitches out and kicked out and called another bitch up. Fuck you too. Hey, LaWanda, what's up, girl? Nothing. It's only 10:30. Stop tripping. Get your ass over here. Girl, if you don't come over here, I'm going to come over there. All right. I'll be there in 20. Y'all don't know how to replace a bitch. Y'all think that the only bitch that y'all see presently is the only bitch that you can get that night. So you be like, fuck it, I'm going to go ahead and tolerate. Not me, man, shit. My doorknob kept my fingerprints on it. What? You say what? I'll just stand up, grab the motherfucking doorknob, grab your shoes. Grab your shoes, grab your purse. You know how many bitches that have told me, because women got such huge egos. If y'all knew, if I had $1 for every female, true story, if I had $1 for every female that told me, you kicking this out? You don't want this? If I had $1 in crypto for every chick that told me, you go kick this out? You go get rid of this? As if they ass was special. I wouldn't even answer. I'd just be like, did I not say get your shoes and your purse? You ain't shit. Fuck you. I got a man anyway. Fuck you. I let them cuss me out while they walk into the parking lot. You ain't shit, Dre. Fuck you, motherfucker. You ain't shit. I be like the Beverly Hillbillies. Y'all come back now. You hear? Y'all's come back now. Be like the Beverly Hillbillies on them bitches. I'm just waving bitches goodbye. I'm like the Beverly Hillbillies on them bitches, man. Y'all don't never ask me that one. Y'all ask me about everything about Colombia. Ask me how to get rid of a bitch. Everybody's replaceable. Never treat any woman on this planet like I don't treat my wife like she can't be replaced. And I don't let here we go. I don't let my wife treat me like I can't be replaced. Nigga, I ain't replaceable. I'm not irreplaceable. I can be replaced. I ain't one of them dudes that sit around like, hey, Andrea will never get a man like me. Bullshit. This is a planet we live on. 9 billion people. I'm replaceable. You replaceable. And all women are replaceable. Not saying that we want to replace them, but we are all replaceable. We don't have a monopoly. Our women don't have monopoly. Man, y'all better learn how to kick bitches out y'all. Some of y'all need to just walk into y'all Airbnb right now and just practice on the hold the doorknob. Open the door, close the door. Open the door, close the door. Open the door for a bitch, close the door when you're kicking a bitch out. You better know how to open and close some doors on some bitches. I would rather take an L and live than think I'm winning and I end up on the other side of the fucking planet of Saturn because I died. I'm sitting up there thinking, I'm winning. I got me one tonight. I'm winning. And that bitch been plotting to drug me my whole night. I would rather take that L. I kicked that bitch out 3 hours ago. But hey, I ain't getting no pussy tonight. I'll take that L. I will take a L of not getting pussy that night. I don't care if it's a 5-day trip. 5 motherfucking day trip. If I ain't get pussy on day 4, okay, I'll take that L. I'm still alive. Some of y'all don't know how to take no L's. Fuck that. I'm an L taker. If I don't get no pussy that night, oh well, man. Sports Center it is. Anime it is. Let me turn on the anime shit. Oh, Demon Slayer? Let me watch Demon Slayer real quick. Oh, Demons May Cry? Let me watch that right. Let me watch that real quick. Oh, no, I already saw that one. Let me go and turn this other anime on. Oh, Attack on Titan? Okay, let me watch Attack on Titan again. I'll be an Attack on Titan binging motherfucker before I let a raggedy bitch stay in my crib all night. And you better learn how to kick a bitch out. And I'm serious with that one. I'm talking about even in the States. Y'all better learn how to kick bitches out. Because when it's time to kick your ass, you know who I learned kicking bitches out from? I'm serious. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I learned to kick bitches out because bitches ain't never had no problem kicking our ass out. I didn't learn how to kick bitches out the house from men. I'm going to tell you that now because men don't know how to kick bitches out. I learned from watching women when it's time to kick our ass out. Women don't care if it's 4:17 in the morning, 34 seconds. A woman, when she ready to kick you, you got to go. Girl, you tripping. You got to go. See you on that bullshit. Do, do, do. Officer, we got one. I learned from watching women. Women will kick our ass out with no motherfucking remorse. They will sit up there and be boiling some motherfucking hot dogs at the same time, making fucking bologna sandwiches at the same time. A woman will kick your ass out her house, making peanut butter jelly sandwiches for the kids for lunch tomorrow morning. Women ain't never had no problem kicking our asses out. You gonna sleep in your car tonight? You gonna sleep on the couch tonight? You gonna take your ass home tonight? And I watched women, and women, I was like, wait a minute, fuck that. If they don't have a problem and don't give no excuse and no reasoning why they kick our asses out, why the fuck should I give a woman a reason or an excuse why I kicked her ass out? And so I just started kicking bitches out that I didn't want in my crib. And it just been like that until the end of days. I kid you not, man. I learned from women. If I had waited around for men, I would have never learned how to kick a bitch out. Men don't know how to kick a bitch out. Y'all too fucking thirsty. Women, they don't care if they fucking pussy is pulsating. I mean, that motherfucking pussy throbbing like a motherfucker. A woman will, if you just say the wrong fucking sentence and she say, he gave me the ick. She don't care how much her motherfucking pussy is throbbing. A woman will stand up, grab that doorknob, tell you to put them goddamn Jordans back on and get the fuck out her crib. And I watch women do it and I was like, what? You mean you can kick a motherfucker out and ain't got to tell them why? Once I started noticing women don't even tell you why they kick you at they shit. Women don't be having like a dissertation. You motherfuckers be having dissertations for bitches. Well, this is why I'm kicking you out, baby. According to the Pythagorean theorem. No, bitches be kicking your ass out. This ain't gonna work. I'm tired. I got to get up in the morning. Jesus told me Whatever excuse they use, women will kick your ass out. And so I started looking and watching and started taking notes. Now, how you kick a motherfucker out? Grab the doorknob first. Okay. Right. Grab doorknob. Do I explain why? Oh, no. Women was like, oh, you don't explain. Oh, I don't have to explain shit. Okay. All right. Don't explain shit. All right. Don't be offended. What women? What you mean? He calling you bitches and all type of hoes? I don't care. So you're not supposed to be offended. Okay. All right. Grab doorknob. Don't give them no excuses. While they cussing you out on their way out the door, don't be offended. Okay. All right. All right. Anything else, ladies? If they fuck up, call 911. Okay. Shit. You a man, Andre. You can still call 911. Okay. I can call 911 too. Okay. Cool. All right. I think I got all my notes. Grab doorknob. Nobody no excuses for kicking a motherfucker out your house. Okay. All right. They gonna cuss you out when they walking out the door. Expect that. Don't be offended. Okay. And if they don't want to leave, you can call the police. Oh, I got it, ladies. I think I got it. I'm gonna practice this next week. Next bitch get on my nerve. I'm gonna do this. Man, I use these notes on bitches. Mother, you thought I was Martin. You'd have thought I was Martin kicking bitches out, man. Before Martin was telling dudes get the stepping, I've been kicking bitches out. What? Once women showed me that they will grab a doorknob in a New York minute to put your ass out, that they do not give excuses. They do not explain to our asses why they putting us out. They do not care if we cuss them out on the way out. And if you halfway act like you don't want to leave, a woman will call the fucking police on you. Once they taught me that shit, I wish I would be like the rest of you simp ass motherfuckers that don't know how to kick a bitch out. I wish I would act like, well, that's the only bitch I'll be able to get tonight. Because women also taught me this. And I'm gonna have another motherfucker over here tonight. A woman will kick your ass out, call the police on you, and have a new dick over there by 6 a.m. She kicked your ass out at 3:45. It's a new dick in the house, fucking her ass, got her ankles up in the air like this by 6:14. Damn near 2 hours later after she done kicked your ass out. Women ain't never had no problem replacing us. We the ones that's all bitchy and don't want to replace and think that if I let this one go, I ain't gonna find another one. Shit. I learned from women. I ain't gonna lie to you. This one, I can't give it to us guys. There's a lot of stuff I've learned from men. Putting bitches out. I didn't learn that from men. I learned that from women. Shout out to the ladies. Shout out to the ladies. Shout out to the ladies. Let's go back to the video. Y'all better learn how to put bitches out y'all shit. Sit them there with a drink in the bathroom. I gotta carry a drink to my bathroom in my own motherfucking shit that I'm paying for. If I gotta go through all that, bitch, you got to go.
So around maybe 2:30, 3 a.m., the night was winding down, and that's when things went blank. Like, I honestly don't know what happened. There was, I mean, you know, when they say you lose time, like if you were to show me a video of myself in my apartment that night, I wouldn't believe it. Still to this day, I wouldn't believe that was happening, because that's how blank everything went. That's how
they bring this back when they were dancing.
I'd say every 10 to 15 minutes she was in her phone. You know, she would it seemed like, you know, it was like an alarm clock went off in her head for her to check on her phone. I asked if everything was good, and she, you know, she said she was checking on her family. I think she said her sister or something like that was going through a breakup or something like that. So we danced, we listened to music and danced. And we were very, very physical with each other as we danced in my apartment.
As the night progressed, Mike would keep a close eye on Sarah's movements, and everything seemed to be unfolding as expected. However, in an
Here we go. Here we go. They dancing. She pulled it out her bra. She pulled it out the bra. Watch this.
unexplainable moment, it will all change.
Damn. Damn.
So around maybe 2:30, 3 a.m., the night was winding down, and that's when things went blank. Like, I honestly don't know what happened. It was, I mean, you know, when they say you lose time, like, if you were to show me a video of myself in my apartment that night, I wouldn't believe it. Still to this day, I wouldn't believe that was happening, because that's how blank everything went. That's how empty everything went.
As she rummages through the apartment, Mike is under the influence of clonazepam as he sleeps like a baby. He didn't enable the attention features on his iPhone, and so she was able to make use of the facial recognition features while he slept.
Damn. Oh my God. No, she didn't. No, she didn't pull your eyelids up like that, Mike.
As she rummages through the apartment, Mike is under the influence of clonazepam as he sleeps like a baby. He didn't enable the attention features on his iPhone, and so she was able to make use of the facial recognition.
Y'all niggas need y'all ass whooped, boy. Y'all need y'all ass whooped. Oh, white boys. White boys. All you white boys out there, y'all need y'all ass whooped, man, for this one. She'd have put a facial. I told you, Zeta, you're gonna need a popcorn bowl for this one. The big bowl of popcorn. Come on, Mike. What? Talk to us, Mike. Talk to us. This is facial recognition like a mother.
Features while he slept, most likely directed by an iPhone expert who is part of the criminal group. She would make further configurations before leaving the apartment. At around 3:30 a.m., satisfied with everything she has set out to do, Sarah would leave the apartment.
How come she finished her drink and took the drinks? I told y'all that's what the women be doing. I told y'all that they finished their drink and she just took the rest of the drink.
She would walk out very calmly, without a care in the world, not thinking twice that her actions could have actually killed this man. As she exits the building, she's on the phone speaking to one of her accomplices, the fake taxi driver, to come and pick her up.
I wake up. It was weird. It was weird. I didn't feel sick. I didn't feel, dizzy, hungover. I probably felt like really sleepy. When you wake up from a deep sleep, I just didn't feel right. I knew something was wrong. Gathering myself and searching around for my phone, I couldn't find my phone. But it was weird because everything else in my apartment was intact. As far as belongings, the only thing I couldn't find was my cell phone. And of course, I later found out that she had taken my cell phone and accessed my bank account and my cryptocurrency wallet was emptied. And it was strange because all of these things, you would need, facial. I don't know how she accessed it.
I keep trying to tell y'all, stop sleeping on them. And they know how to open up your wallets. Your crypto wallets.
My phone in this way because you need facial recognition and these things. She was good at what she was doing. She was a pro.
Sarah would then hand over his phone to another group who specialize in extracting financial information.
The financial blow was quite substantial. We're talking thousands of dollars here. Again, my crypto wallet was emptied, bank accounts, and all of these things, you would need, facial. I don't know how she accessed my phone in this way because you need facial recognition and these things. She was good at what she was doing. She was a pro.
Sarah would then hand over his phone to another group who specialize in extracting financial information.
The financial blow was quite substantial. We're talking thousands of dollars here. Again, my crypto wallet was emptied.
Cleaned his ass out. Left that nigga with $96. Left that nigga with $96. Damn. Talk to us, Crypto Dragon. Talk to us. He said, that's why I got a cold wallet. Absolutely correct. And made my own wallet on a PC is safe. Got him.
Bank accounts, and it wasn't as though they just did that. Like this is a simple crime, I guess you could say. But it was more so that they were ordering food and trying to buy gifts and all that. Remember, this was around Christmas, so I guess this was a classic Grinch who stole Christmas kind of deal happening. I was devastated. I felt violated, and I was stuck. I still had a few more weeks left on my trip, and I was in a jam, and I just didn't feel right tucking tail and leaving the country without some sort of closure or justice. And lucky for me, I was familiar with Obi and his team.
For the Obi Land team, the story of Sarah actually began a month earlier when they received this message.
Okay, so he remember Obi Land team. Notice what he said. Before he got drugged, fuck Obi Land, fuck Razor Ray, fuck Love Crossing Borders, fuck DC Rob and all them damn videos. Fuck Chill Capo with Unseen Medellín. Fuck the advice that Mariah Sincere is trying to give, brothers. Fuck all y'all. But now that I'm drugged, Obi Land, can I get your help? Could you? I know, Obi Land, you told me not to do this, but Obi Land, can you help me? Can you help me now, Obi Land? Now you want to come in Obi Land's face, bending the knee. Now you want to bend the knee to Obi Land. Oh, I was familiar with him. All the videos that brother put out for y'all, for all of us, not to get scammed and robbed. And you told him, fuck you. But now that you need him, Obi Land, can I get your help? Y'all funny with it, boy. Y'all funny with it, I swear. The same people y'all tell fuck you is the same people y'all need. Shout out to Obi Land and shout out to all you guys watching from Andrea's channel. Appreciate you gentlemen over there. As well as watching from Love Crossing Borders. Shout out to T-Mac over on the Cash out with the $10 love. And shout out to Will with the love over there on PayPal. Once again, any donation that you guys give towards PayPal, just scroll at the bottom of the screen. Ace Spence 2011. Those donations will go towards Obi Land this evening. Shout out to those brothers.
From a victim.
Yeah, I met a girl on Tinder just under some friendship shit. We hung out one night, went and got some food, and I should have peeped it being in the military. I noticed the next night she had the same exact car and the same exact driver. And we're drinking, and for some dumbass reason, I just took the last shot. Last thing I remember is taking that shot, and I woke up. When I woke up...
This is a different dude talking. This is a different dude talking, saying that the big bitch, y'all love y'all some bigums. Y'all love y'all. Hey, Donna says this. Shout out to Donna. Donna says, isn't that what they all? No, Donna, that's not how we all do. No, Donna. Shout out to Donna. I love having a lady in the comments on these videos. No, Donna, this is not how we all do. I've been here for 10 years, and a lot of the guys that's in the comment section right here have been coming to Colombia forever. We don't move like this. That's why we spend these episodes laughing at these fools that do move like that. That's because we don't move like that. Shout out to Donna in the building. You snuck up on me, Donna. You snuck up on me.
My phone was gone.
So Sarah, she first came to my attention in November 2025. The first time that I heard about her, well, I didn't know it was her at the time, was when a victim contacted me and he was like, listen, this girl, she drugged and robbed me. He provided me with details, a picture of her. It was kind of blurry and some CCTV footage. This happened in November 2025. You know, with the images being blurry, there wasn't too much I could do. So I just kept that on our files. Fast forward a month later, December 17th, 2025, my guys came to me and said, listen, he knows a guy who's been drugged and robbed. The contact, you know, he's in our inner circles, or he was in our circles. He'd lost like, you know, thousands of dollars. You know, so I gave him advice. I told him, hey, this is what you're gonna need to do. You're gonna need to, number one, go to the Fiscalía to make a police report.
They pointed me in the right direction and let me.
Before he goes into it, thanks, Dave. Dave let me know this. I missed one of the super chats, and I thought I did. That was my fault. He said, I told a chick to leave over eating a pizza. He said, I offered her greedy ass, you gotta go. Yeah, you gotta go, miss. Yes, sir. You gotta go. She was too greedy. You know what? Let me grab this doorknob real quick. You got to go, ma'am. Take the whole pizza with you. Take the whole damn pizza with you. I ain't mad at you, Dave.
You know, step by step, what, you know, my recourse would have been. And that's, you know, go make a police report, check in with the building and the building manager to get CCTV information.
And that's what he did. It took him some time, bureaucracy, to get to the police station and get the documents required and also get the CCTV footage. How do you find someone that you don't know what they look like? Like, how do you even do that? Had a CCTV footage of her and him going into the apartment. It was just very, very blurry, and it was just, you couldn't make out exactly who she was. He had no pictures, no whatever. I mean, she had gone through his phone. She had actually entered into his phone and deleted those images of the fake ID that he had sent to his friends, you know, in case anything went wrong. So we were effectively blind. We had nothing. He just gave a basic description that she was short. She looked kind of normal, regular. She wasn't extremely like pretty or beautiful or whatever.
And so for now, Sarah seems to have gotten away with her crimes, but it won't be for too long, as new information and greed will soon get the best of her.
Here was the breakthrough tip, which was one of the guys that I work with. He sent me a photo of just some random girl, and he said, "Hey, Obi, one of my friends has been telling me about this girl who's like pressuring him to see her."
Our guy would be very interested and will find the messages suspicious. He would request for photos to cross-reference against his list, as well as to check the Gringos Up database.
So it was just like she was giving all the strong senses and signals that, hey, if I see you, it's not going to turn out well for you.
Our guy would then upload her photos into the database.
I was like, okay, let's run this girl through our system, the Gringos Up system. And lo and behold, when we uploaded her photo onto the system, it gave us a match. Not only did it match, right? As I look closely, I'm like, this girl's short. This girl, she looks a little bit overweight. She's normal, she looks regular. My instinct was telling me that this is the girl, that this is the person who did what she did to him.
Convinced that this is the girl who drugged our victim, our guy will reach out to him to confirm.
I get this text message from Obi, and it's a picture, and it said, "Is this the girl? Is this the girl? Confirm yes or no." And my jaw hits the floor. I don't know how or what sort. My jaw is on the floor. I don't know how they found this. And you know,
he got back to me and he said, "Yes, this is the girl." I think he was in awe. He was thinking, how did we find her? The stars aligned for us and everything just like came together.
And so our guy and the rest of the Obi Land team start to plan and coordinate how they will get to Sarah. But there was still a big problem, as they had to convince someone else to work with them.
If Laura, or whatever her name is, would have just leave me alone, she would have never been jammed up. But her persistence is just the dead of her. She matched with me on Tinder for a better part of a month, or maybe more. But she just keep messaging and messaging and messaging. That she been sending me to one of my friends, and I was like, I know this girl is trying to drug me. Do you know her? Have you matched with her on Tinder? And he was like, no, but you know what? Let me see if one of my friends know who she is or is on his radar.
And so the rest is history, as our guy will reach out to the potential bait, trying to convince him to do something good but risky.
Who's Obi? And I've never even heard of the Obi Land team at that point.
He doesn't know me from anywhere. I said, hey man, listen, this girl, she obviously thinks you're a good victim and she's been on you for a month. He was a bit apprehensive.
Obi gave me a call that night. I was still a little bit iffy. Tell me what they do, how professional they are, and actually bullied me, into like, you know what, see this through.
So I spoke to him for a long time. We were on the phone for about an hour or two, and I told him, listen, help us save a life. Help us do something positive in the sense that this one action might benefit somebody else in the future.
And then when I thought about it seriously, I'm like, you know what? If we can get one more at these Scope queens off the street, it's a win.
And he was able to see my brave guy. He was brave. He was like, okay, I'll do this. Obi, I'll help you guys to set up this girl and to bring her to justice.
And so, doing what 99% of people wouldn't do while on vacation, our bait decides to work with the Obi Land team. 18th January, and our bait, who we're going to be referring to as John, has been keeping in contact with Sarah with the objective of setting up a date.
In contact with her, and we're going to set up a sting.
Set up a date for the next day. He sent her a text message and it's like, okay, listen. He was like, yeah, I'd like to meet you. Let's meet up tomorrow. So we made arrangements.
And so, without Sarah realizing, the balance had already shifted.
When I went to the Obi Land team and, they basically convinced me to come over, let's get everything set up.
And so the team will meet up to make final arrangements for Sarah's arrival. In particular, they wanted to gather further evidence against her.
The team decided that they wanted to have secret cameras to monitor the encounter between the guy who was going to be acting as the bait, who had set up the meet, and Sarah.
Can you help me disconnect? Like, what do you mean, like the?
Yeah, the cable. The one that I put in. Yeah, the one you put in. Yeah, okay. We're gonna need it down here. Can you do that one down here?
But I don't have those. I think one of them in Cartagena.
And then just a second.
The objective of placing hidden cameras in the apartment wasn't just to monitor the situation, but to capture Sarah in the act of attempting to drug the bait, which can be used as further evidence against her.
So, we've got the camera. Okay. Yeah.
So Obi hit me up to do some of the background logistics. The anticipation was really high. And I was there to set up a lot of the cameras. I put them in the hallways, the bedroom, the kitchen, and we were really ready.
We had the camera set up in the apartment, and you know, as I'm going through the process with the Obi team, I'm excited. You know, I'm amped up. I'm ready to see this woman. I'm ready to confront this woman and let her know that she didn't get away with it.
Sarah had called earlier requesting white wine and grapes. Our bait obliged, but the boys make fun of the request.
It's diabolical, right?
I know that guy.
Oh, thanks for the light. It's fucking diabolical grapes. No, I'm just...
Okay. All right, here we go. We'll do it like this. We will do it like this. Give me a second. I don't know what caused that. But give me a second to pull some things down. Thank you very much for your patience, gentlemen. Let's go here. Yeah, I don't know what caused it to freeze for a second, but
A
okay. So we'll just go directly to the Obi Land website. That's what we'll do. I mean, a Facebook page, not Facebook, but a YouTube channel. We'll watch it from there. So let me pause that. In other words, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Let's go here. Okay, so I'm going to take this down. I'm going to add this screen share. There we go. Blow that up. And let's see, we're about right here. Drugs. We're about right here.
Okay. Yeah.
So Obi hit me up to do some of the background logistics. The anticipation was really high. And I was there to set up a lot of the cameras. I put them in the hallways, the bedroom, the kitchen, and we were really ready.
We had the camera set up in the apartment, and you know, as I'm going through the process with the Obi team, I'm excited. You know, I'm amped up. I'm ready to see this woman. I'm ready to confront this woman and let her know that she didn't get away with it.
Sarah had called earlier requesting white wine and grapes. Our bait obliged, but the boys make fun of the request.
It's diabolical, right?
know that guy.
Oh, thanks for the light. It's fucking diabolical. Great. So much. No, I'm just...
With everything in place, our guy and the team run through their final briefing, quietly confident that everything will go according to plan.
This is the first thing. Keep over here. Yeah, tell her have a seat, whatever, blah, blah. Yeah, sit there, or even here, better, because we've got the camera, right? Then the next stage should be like trying to take her over there. When you get to that point, then remember the camera to turn it on.
So we have the grapes out, we have a bottle of wine, we have the cameras set up, we're waiting, everything was prepped.
We were setting up in the house. She's like texting the guy, what's happening, where are you, we want to meet now. And we got ready before 9:30.
Anticipating Sarah's arrival, the team wait patiently for more information.
We're ready, it's 9:30, like, where are you? She said that she's on her way, that she's coming. All of us, we did what we had to do. We went outside, we went to different places, but very close to the location where this thing was gonna be happening.
The entire team was outside waiting, and we have everything set up.
"10:30, she don't respond. Man, thinking like, what the fuck is going on? Fucking 11:30, she don't respond still. 12:30, 3 hours after the meet date, 3 hours. Then finally about 1 a.m., man,
Damn.
I told the guys, listen, we gotta wrap this show.
And to my disappointment, she didn't show up. I was so disappointed. I felt like I let the group down.
Unfortunately, it didn't work out. She got spooked. I honestly, I don't know.
Time passed, more time passed. She stopped replying, and unfortunately, we called it a night.
Man, I was deflated, man. That shit, it was like a punch to my stomach. I won't even lie to you.
The energy around the Obi team was of that. Obi came over to me and was like, man, I'm so frustrated, man. I wanted this badly for you, bro.
I'm telling you, I'm fucking frustrated right now, man. I was so frustrated. I'm there looking at the victim mic. I'm like, man, because we had her.
It was deflating, but at the same time, I appreciated the energy and the drive that he demonstrated in that moment. That we weren't going to give up.
The team would discover that Sarah had grown suspicious of the address provided, but more importantly, the person they had been communicating with wasn't her at all. It was a man posing as a woman, and Sarah was just the face for the meetups. All hope appeared to be lost, but greed would get the better of them.
I was just kind of scrolling, and guess what? Her profile popped up again under a different name. And as soon as that profile popped up on Tinder, I shared it with the group. She didn't pop up as Laura this time. She popped up as Paula. I shared with the group.
Here's the crazy thing about all of this scenario. As that was happening, the guy who was acting as the bait, he has sent to us the link, right? I just clicked on the link myself, and there she was. It appeared. This was like after the whole, deflated thing. So I just sent her a super man, like it is what it is. Went to sleep. That was that. That was on the Sunday. Monday morning, about 7 a.m., I see on my Tinder, hola amor. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? This is the girl that we tried to trap the last night. And she's telling me, hola amor. So I respond, I'm like, yeah, what's up? ¿Qué más? ¿Cómo vas? Blah, 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 blah.
Surprisingly, Sarah, or the man posing as her, matches with our guy on Tinder, and a conversation begins.
The very next day, probably less than 24 hours later, Obi lets me know that he's set up another meet with this woman. My jaw is on the floor. I don't know how they found her, but here we go. We go from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows, and then right back to where Let's go get it.
Sarah, or the man posing as her, now using the name Laura, will start conversation and suspiciously will request multiple selfies.
She would always ask you to take a selfie, like every 10, 15 minutes. Where are you? I think that was her way of verifying that you're actually the person that you say you are. She's got her guard up because she knows what she does. She knows that she's a criminal. She knows that she drugs people, she steals from them, and possibly people are maybe trying to get some payback, get back.
The conversation continues, and she quickly steers it towards meeting up for some drinks and getting to know each other better. She says she's not looking for any money and will feel safer staying inside with our guy.
You know, telling me that she ain't a Privago, she's not a working girl, that she's not an escort. She's very pushy. She wanted to see me that evening, you know, saying that, you know, that she just wants to get to know me. I mean, which girl do you meet? And within the first 15 minutes, she's asking you, where do you live? Do you live in an Airbnb or in a hotel? Show me the direction of where you live.
The request for the address isn't innocent. It gives the group exactly what they need to scope out the property remotely. Our guy would almost mess up the play by covering up the address, but will quickly fall back in line by continuing to pretend that he was another naive gringo.
I gave her an address. I showed her where I lived. And I know what they were doing. They were looking for information. This is how they drug and rob people.
The conversation then shifts to a bottle of Buchanan. Sarah wants our guy to buy that. He says he doesn't mind, but cannot finish it alone. Sarah says she'll finish it with him before suggesting a Red Bull energy drink as a chaser.
To really entice her, I'm like, I'm gonna go buy some Buchanan. So I buy the Buchanan, I take a picture of it, I show her. I'm showing her basically, I'm ready to get drugged. I'm ready for you to drug me.
After buying the bottle of Buchanan, our guy would then make a short video and send it to Sarah with the caption, "I've already started drinking," to further entice her. This now motivates Sarah and the man writing the messages. It's an opportunity too easy to let go, as Sarah confirms she'll be there in 8 minutes.
So I'm acting stupid. I'm acting like I don't know what's up. This time we don't have time for no cameras or anything like this. The evening comes, you know, I'm waiting in the apartment. I've told my guys to be stationed around 8:30. Sarah, she turns up. She doesn't come right in front of the apartment where we set the date.
She claims to be outside, and so our guy goes outside the apartment and finds nothing. But fully aware that someone could be watching, he would then return into the apartment where Sarah would send this video, suspiciously without the driver in the frame, before confirming that now she's really outside.
She calls me again and she says,
Wow.
Come outside, I didn't see you. So this time I come outside. I look across the corner. In one corner, I see a parked car that was meant to be her taxi. I go over there. I pay the guy like 35 mil. That's their own hustle too. I knew that that wasn't a real taxi, but I paid him 35 mil. She comes into the apartment. She's all nice. She's friendly. She's laughing. You know, she's like, you know, talkative. She's normal. You know, trust me, this girl, she is an excellent pretender. Like she can go for best actress, man.
But all that acting wouldn't stop her day of reckoning from coming.
To be honest, man, I got tired of like, you know, playing this game with her, man. So I just, you know, I told her, give me a second, and I text on my phone 11111 to my guys, which means like, get the fuck here right now.
You don't remember me?
With over 150 druggings to her name, Sarah has moved with impunity, believing that she was untouchable. She has brought misery and pain to hundreds of tourists, and now it's time for her to face justice.
So I put in the door pin, I opened the door, and
I enter the room with a mask on, and big reveal, I remove my mask, and she sees me, and she gets as white as a ghost. ¿No me recuerdas? Mi cell phone.
¿Ah? Celular. Robo.
Sí.
¿Por qué?
I'm asking her why, you know, and she just denied it. She didn't take any accountability.
Robo mi cell phone.
Ah.
Roba mi cell phone.
Por eso, porque
Siéntate,
pero mira.
Siéntate. No. Roba mi cell phone, mi celular.
Sí, porque mira, escúchame, vea.
No. Mike, you know, who is the victim, is now like, you know, speaking with him. He's saying like, don't you remember me? You stole my phone. You took my money from my bank account.
Pero por eso.
Roba mi celular, mi tap, mi banco, mi cripto, todos. ¿Por qué?
Porque mira, yo estaba con él.
Abre tu clave, bro.
They're
on the way. La policía es cerca.
Immediately, Sarah understands the gravitas of the situation as she tries to make excuses for her actions by protesting her innocence.
Before she goes any further, let me give a shout out to the guys of the super chats. Shout out to you guys being here. My brother Leo says this. He said, Dre, you slipping tonight. He said, not a big bowl. He said, not a big bowl or of popcorn in sight. He said, thanks for the continuous warnings. And I know that it will save lives and bank accounts. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate you. And we got our Canadian brother in the building, Black Nubian.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, oh, Canada.
Shout out to you, brother, for being here as well. Let's continue on.
And she's like, no. She's trying to deny it. She's just denying. She knew that these guys who are doing this stuff, who've got her in this predicament, in this situation, they're not no average gringos.
You put scopolamine in my drink. What do you think? I'm stupid?
Yeah,
bitch, you remember. What do you think? I'm stupid? You remember.
Relax, calm down. I know how you feel.
No, this is you. This is you.
Sarah would be shown images from the night of the robbery, and surprisingly, she doesn't deny it.
¿Quién es esta persona?
¿Quién?
En el video.
Yo.
¿Por qué tú robas cosas?
Porque mira, no, él íbamos.
Obviously rehearsed, she makes up a lie so crude and vulgar that we're unable to repeat it on YouTube.
No sexo. Are you kidding?
Pero tú recuerdas, ¿cierto?
Yo lo recuerdo.
No, bitch. So you, me? The fuck out of here. No sexo.
Una pregunta.
She tried to say something so like sordid about what happened that night, which was obviously a lie. And you could see how they try and manipulate, you know, situations.
No.
You stole my phone.
No.
Open her bag.
You stole my cell phone. Mi celular. You stole my phone.
She immediately knows, you know, the situation, and she starts professing her innocence and everything like that, of course. And meanwhile, I look in her purse, I'm digging around, and I see the eye drop bottle, and I know what it is. It's scopolamine.
Little bottle. What's in the bottle? We know what's in the bottle.
And that's when one of my guys, he presented me like from her bag, she had a little bottle. And I knew what that bottle is, man.
Nervous at the discovery of a suspect bottle in her bag with the label suspiciously scratched off, she will claim they are eye drops.
Mis ojos, mira, son
Okay. Ponelo. Ponelo.
No, son para mis ojos.
Mira, yo sabe que es clonazepam, mi amor.
No, son para mis ojos.
Still denying that it's clonazepam, our guy will conduct a rudimentary test.
Tú sabes,
No,
mira, un momento. Clonazepam, cállate. Clonazepam, yo sé.
Know that in there was clonazepam, and she was gonna use at least 2-3 drops to drug and rob me. I tell her, like, what is this? If you say that this is nothing, why have you got it in your bag? Like, who walks around with this in their bag? She's like, it's eye drops. I say, this ain't no eye drop.
With the label scratched off, it was clear that this wasn't an innocent-looking bottle.
If it's not what we think it is, then let's set you up a drink. Prove us, show us that you are not what we're saying that you are. Let us know that we have the wrong woman.
She's like, okay, I'll prove it to you. I said, okay, fine. So she says, give me the glass. And so I give her the glass, which had like the Buchanan in it.
And in an unbelievable moment, she offers to prove her innocence by drinking the liquid from the suspicious bottle. The room falls silent. The team is stunned that she's willing to go this far.
Espera.
Es para mis ojos,
Okay.
mi amor.
Okay.
Por eso les digo, yo, porque él me
¿Por qué mi cell phone?
So 2 drops into the drink, and without hesitation, with probably one of the most gangster thing I've ever seen, she downs it, bro.
And she drinks the whole thing. And man, I swear at that moment, all of us, we just went quiet.
I was completely shocked. I literally could not believe it. I was looking around like, are you guys seeing the same thing I'm seeing? Everyone was completely shocked. She actually drank her own drug. Completely unbelievable. I've never seen something like that before.
She downs her own drug drink just to keep the lie alive.
At some point, I thought, there is no way. In all the time I've been doing this stuff, I've never seen a girl who drugs and rub tourists drink her own scopolamine. I started doubting myself.
Yo tomo.
Damn.
She's really.
She drunk that shit like it was apple juice. She did not care.
Trying to prove her innocence. She's so committed to the lying bit, that she actually drinks her own drug to prove that she's innocent.
If she's willing to like protect her crime by drinking something which is poisonous, harmful to her, she definitely doesn't care about your own life.
You put Scopolamine in my drink. You remember.
¿Por qué tú robas cosas de él? ¿Por qué tú robas plata de él?
No, yo llevé el celular, yo vendí el celular y ya. Pero yo no.
No, porque ¿a quién tú vendes este celular?
A un amigo.
Un amigo, y él quita el dinero.
No, pero yo no sé.
And have you on video.
Look in the back, Keep looking in the back. This girl's a thief.
With the police now on their way, the team will make another interesting discovery as Sarah continues to protest her innocence.
Mi amor, yo contigo no iba a hacer esto. Es que yo fui porque vea.
Mira, siéntate. Eso es una célula falsa también.
The team will discover a fake ID which Sarah has been using, which coincidentally matches one of the names she uses on Tinder. From this side by side, you can see the photos look similar, easy to fool any victim.
I don't know whose ID she was using, cellular, but trust me, it looked like her, but it wasn't her. And that's how these girls, they get away with a lot of stuff, because they have somebody whose appearance looks similar to them, but it isn't them.
Trying to piece things together, the team presses Sarah about the ID found in her bag.
¿Por qué tú tienes una célula falsa?
Eso no es cédula falsa mía.
Eso no es tú.
Esa soy yo. Míreme que esa soy yo. ¿Cómo así?
She acknowledges that the ID is fake, but insists that the picture is her.
This shit is sad, bro. There was no money involved. You came, you ate food, you went on a date. Calm down. Said there was no money involved. You stole from me. You erased all my info.
We're in the same room after however many weeks, and I don't know. I don't know how I felt.
Ese no es este.
As Sarah seeks to prove further evidence of her innocence from her phone, it's at this moment that the team realize that they'd been speaking to a man posing as Sarah all along. The discovery was made by a guy when he would text Sarah's phone and she responded, but the response didn't come from the phone she was holding. Besides, why would she respond, "Hello, my love," given the current situation that she's in? And so from rigorously checking her phone, we were able to determine the man speaking on her behalf. With the police now a few minutes away, Sarah is probably reflecting on everything.
Entonces, ¿cuántas personas que tú drogas?
Sí.
Tú no sabes, ¿no? Pero bastante. Tú sabes que muchas personas murió por eso. Muchas personas acá en Colombia. Extranjeros, colombianos. Tú piensas que lo que tú haces es bueno. Entonces, ¿por qué tú lo haces?
Her head down in shame, but it's most likely the shame of being caught, far from any feelings of remorse.
Yeah, so she's there. we notify the authorities. They were on their way.
At that same time, we had already called the authorities onto the scene. These set of, officers, police officers that I was working with, they're like 100%.
At about 10:30 p.m., the police will arrive at the apartment.
Sí.
Our guy would explain the situation to the officers, who quickly noticed the suspicious-looking bottle.
They were really, really professional. People that criticize Colombian police, but I can tell you this, there's some really good, honest police officers over here who want to see the city of Medellín be better and do better.
Unable to use her fake ID document, Sarah is forced to reveal her true identity as the police make further investigations.
Hey, see, nah, this is sad for real.
Where's mine?
Mira.
Entrada. I'll show you.
Mira, es mi apartamento. Salir sola a mi apartamento.
Y tengo otros videos.
Sola. Mira.
Y toda ella vive en Aranjuez.
Salir a mi apartamento. Sola. Mira.
Ok. Es un poquito demorado.
Sí.
Pero tienen que tener paciencia.
Sí.
¿Me entiendes?
Sí.
Vamos para la fiscalía.
Sí.
Se demora.
Sí.
Pero vamos a hacer el trabajo.
Sí.
¿Me entiendes? Es demorado, pero también tienen que ustedes poner de su parte.
Sí.
Para que todo quede bien.
Sí.
Hoy realmente
Sí, yo sé, pero vea,
pero por eso, mire que tiene una denuncia.
Muestra cómo tiene la denuncia, nombre de quién.
As she bites her nails nervously, the officers review the police report against Sarah. Again, she protests her innocence, completely disregarding all the evidence against her.
They dealt with this case from the beginning to end, kept me updated on everything. I must admit, they were very helpful. They were very, very helpful. They understood what had happened. They understood that this girl, number one, she in her bag also there was false identification.
The police will read her rights and let her know what she is being charged with. She's informed that she'll be going to the prosecutor's offices for further investigation. The police officer pushes back on her claims of innocence, determined to investigate further.
To our surprise, they took it very, very seriously, which in Colombia, you just never know. Like sometimes the police can approach things with some level of bias because we're foreigners or whatever the case is. But yeah, they took it very, very seriously, took her into custody.
Y no me grabe.
No, porque tú sabes que tú lo que tú haces.
Y no hablan lo que dice que le pegaron a uno.
The police arrested her for false identification and aggravated theft to a high degree. And those sentences for both carry at least 5 years.
They took her into custody, and you know, she had to go through the processing and everything like that as far as the full extent of the law.
Yeah, bro. She was taken to the station. You know, I was right behind, you know, the police officers. I went to the station. We were there.
We weren't allowed to film inside, but Sarah was initially taken to a local police station where she was processed for her crimes. She was charged with using a fraudulent ID and aggravated theft. We were informed by the officers that both charges combined carry a maximum of 5 years. Further processing will be required at the Fiscalier or the prosecutor's office the following day. And so, given the time of her arrest, Sarah is not allowed to leave the police station until the prosecutor's office opens up the next day. Meanwhile, while being detained, officers note a level of decline in Sarah's alertness and her overall awareness. It appears that the substance she had consumed earlier is now taking effect.
As she was at the police station, she just kept on going in and out of consciousness.
This bitch here. I'm done. I am done, fellas. I am done. You called it. Somebody called it. All that extra body weight is slowing down the effects of the scopolamine. You called it, brother. You called it. The scope kicked in while they were at the damn police station. I never saw that one coming. This is a plot twist. This is a plot twist. You called it, Slim. I never saw that one coming. Let me bring that back a little bit.
With using a fraudulent ID and aggravated theft, we were informed by the officers that both charges combined carry a maximum of 5 years. Further processing will be required at the Fiscalier or the prosecutor's office the following day. And so, given the time of her arrest, Sarah is not allowed to leave the police station until the prosecutor's office opens up the next day. Meanwhile, while being detained, officers note a level of decline in Sarah's alertness and her overall awareness. It appears that the substance she had consumed earlier is now taking effect.
As she was at the police station, she just kept on going in and out of consciousness. This was my first time, like, witnessing in real time the effects of scopolamine.
And so it turns out that the suspicious-looking bottle with the branding intentionally scratched out was indeed a red flag containing some kind of liquid that can put anyone to sleep. Sarah was so desperate to avoid her current predicament that she was willing to drink her own sedative.
In and out of consciousness, like she was in a daze, until she kind of passed out. And the police officer, he went to me, ¿Qué pasó con ella? And I told him, the reason that she's like that, passed out, is because she drank her own poison. She drank her own scopolamine. What's happening to her is what she has done to at least 100 victims, definitely. And how do I know this? Because I was able to see her phone. She works with a guy called, and there's a person behind everything. So it was just crazy seeing her out there passed out, you know, in the police station. First time I've ever seen that.
And so to end her night, Sarah is the one sleeping like a baby.
When we finished doing the bust, I went back to the trap house that we stung her in to try and get back my bottle of Buchanan, because I wanted to celebrate with the guys that we'd got this girl, right? So I went back to the apartment. I don't know what I was thinking, but out there was a taxi in the corner. And I didn't think nothing of it, but I should have been smart.
In a moment of carelessness, which could have cost him severely, our guy will return to the apartment where he conducted the sting, unaware that someone was watching, because after all, the gang hadn't heard from Sarah for a couple of hours. What happened next would change everything.
I quickly went into the apartment got the bottle of Buchanan to go back to like Calle Diaz to celebrate with my guys. As I head back into my car, the taxi that was parked in the corner with the lights off speeds up right towards us. I tell my guy who's driving me, I tell him, drive, don't stop at no red lights. This taxi followed me all the way to Calle Diaz, right behind us. He then at Calle Diaz parked at the side of us. Man, I just took my bag from the car and I ran. I was wearing all black. I ran with the bottle of Buchanan. I ran. The taxi driver, obviously, who was working with the girl, he couldn't stop his car right there. So I ran, met my guys, changed into a white t-shirt, and that was that.
Attempting to box our guy in, he will run away from the taxi driver who was chasing him, thinking it was all over. 3 days later, he was tracked down again.
I knew that he knew who I was. And I told him, this was about like 4 a.m. on the street on Calle 10. I told him, you know what your girl did. What do you want to do about it? We had a discussion for about 30 minutes. It started getting heated up. And then the police came. And then the police kind of like separated us, you know, took his information, took my information. He's got no criminal counts against him, but he definitely works with those girls. So it's very, very dangerous, this stuff, because they're all connected. They all work with each other. And you know, it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Come on, Obi Land, you can't afford to be slipping like that, man, over some liquor. I understand the alcohol was worth it, but it wasn't worth it. You can't be making them slip moves, man. Once it's over, it's over. Don't be going back to those spots again, brother. Not like that.
And that craziness would actually start a week earlier when Fritz, now working with the Obi Land team, will help bring another Scope Queen to justice.
I would have thought for sure she would have recognized me from the viral video, and she obviously didn't. It was just that she was just cold, like cold as ice, and always side eye. Never smiled, never smirked. I mean, she just had the look and feel of just a killer. I mean, you could tell this girl could murder you and just walk away and enjoy the rest of her evening.
If you like to see what happens next, keep watching this channel.
Shout out to Obi Land. Shout out to Obi Land. Another plot twister. We'll be looking forward to your next video, Obi Land. I'm going to make sure that I get the PayPals over to you, brother. Shout out to you, man, for this particular episode. And shout out to you and your team for all the work that you guys are doing. Shout out to you for all the women that have been taken off the streets. Some women have made it back, but most have not. That's a good thing. And shout out to all you guys that are here and ladies that are here that are watching this particular episode, because at the end of the day, it is all about lessons that need to be learned. That's what it's all about, lessons that need to be learned. And one of the top lessons is, guys, we got to stay off the dating apps. When we feel our spidey senses tingling, let the female go. Stop doing things out of boredom, because all of this would have been alleviated in this guy's life if he hadn't just been bored. Remember, in the beginning of the video, he said, I did all this. I reached out to this woman because I was bored. Find something else to do in foreign countries if you're bored. Find something else to do. But getting drunk with pay for play chicks or getting drunk with chicks, that is not the way to do it. but Slim called it. You called it, bruh. You called it. He said all that fat is causing the drugs to slowly take effect. Next thing you know, this chick is putting her life on the line, knocked out in the county jail. I've seen it all. I have seen it all. He said he was more than bored. He was desperate, and that's what it was. That's exactly what it was. They look at themselves like Colombian Robin Hoods, stealing from the foreigner and giving to themselves, the poor. That's a good point. That's a good point. So yeah, they do sentence them. They really do sentence them. Donna says this, shout out for you guys coming together and sticking together and showing love for one another. Appreciate that. Really do. Appreciate you being here as well. You come through as often as you like. Definitely, guys. Most of us are not like Mike in the video. We're not victims of any type of self-inflicted crime. I know that if somebody were to say to me, well, what do you mean self-inflicted? I mean that it could have been alleviated by self. That's why I say self-inflicted. There are crimes that we just don't have any control over. Somebody just pull up on me at a grocery store and they say, hey, give me your cell phone. That's not self-inflicted. It's a crime. It happens. It's part of life sometimes. But if I were to go in an area that I know where I could get robbed and then I get robbed, okay, Andre, now it's self-inflicted. You did that on purpose. You knew what could happen and you did it anyway. So when I mention to you guys, man, stop committing self-inflicted crimes. Things will go better for you in these countries, not just Colombia, Brazil, and the United States. Things will go better for you. Shout out to you guys. We got tomorrow's episode, Thursday. He said, these Colombianas or these Colombians are pros. Absolutely correct. They use networks and information like it's like the CIA. They're one step ahead when you think that they're not. The key thing is that you think that they're not. I kid you not. As long as we think Colombia is third world and the people are stupid, that's what they want you to think. The best camouflage that Colombians have is pretending that they don't know what they know. That's the best camouflage that these cartels and these criminals have. The fact that you think that they're stupid when they aren't. Yep. He said, but they're stealing from the wrong rich. Facts. They should steal from their own rich. I can't say facts, but facts. He said, if you're a Colombian willing to scope herself to convince you that of her lies, that's demonic, soulless savage. She could have easily died, but she didn't care. She could have easily died just as fast as any of us could die from being scoped. And she literally didn't care. My brother say, but they're stealing from the wrong. Yeah, I read that one. Shout out to Casual Germ being in the building. He says this pieces. Yeah, absolutely correct, man. He said Americans tend to think that they have all the game. No, these foreign women have game field advantage. Good way of putting it, brother. I couldn't have put it any better than that. And all the game. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm glad that you guys were here to watch this with me. So I was just, I didn't watch the video yet. So I was just surprised at the plot twists as you guys were. Like when she passed out at the police station, then when Obi Land went back to get the bottle of liquor. I'm like, what? My man just been sitting in that taxi, just steaming. My man been sitting in that taxi the whole time, steaming that his money had gotten messed up for that night. He was hoping somebody would be dumb enough to come back to that apartment. Hoping that they would. Here come Obi, no mask on, going to get the liquor. Yeah, she drank the poison. So she has a low IQ and is built like a fridge. Absolutely correct, man. Absolutely correct. He said, this is the loneliness that creeps. That's the loneliness that creeps in. That's when you get desperate and go on these dating apps. Oh man. He could have did anything else that night. Shout out to Rafi in the building. Rafi said, I hope that they got the man she was with too. But that was a taxi driver. But the other guy who was the one that was kind of like on the other side of the app, I hope they call him too. You're right. Because there was 3 people that were involved. Her, the taxi driver, and the initial person that was doing all the texting and everything other than her. Zeta says they are everywhere as well as they are horrific. Corners. I didn't get that last part. Corners in plain sight by hidden as well. He said, I meant to say around the corner. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm with you. My boy says this. Shout out to YAL said. He said this. He said, to make it even worse, she was calm about the whole thing. She was calm. That's the different types of tyrant that you don't see every day. I kid you not. She was calm. She took that. Did she not take it to the head like it was apple juice? Okay. Put a 1 in the comment if you thought like me. If it's eye drops, put it in your eyes. Go ahead, mama. If it's eye drops, go ahead, put 2 in this eye, 2 in that eye. If what you about to put in is eye drops. That's what I was thinking. They thought ahead of the game. He said, we cannot be this thirsty. He said, I was in Cali for a week doing a Petronio and didn't smash anything, but had a great time and had one date and hung out with the fellas. Yep, hang out with the fellas mostly. We all hung out. Yep, we all hung out. Yep, absolutely correct. And he said, I'll be back to the Afro-Colombian Festival every August here in Cali, Colombia. Over 600,000 Black folks from around the world celebrating Afro-Colombian music, food, style, history. He said, y'all dudes see those pictures on the dating apps. He said, but be talking to Juan. They do, bruh. He said, but be talking to Juan, the unmerciful on the other side. Not Juan, the unmerciful. I got to keep that one. Y'all be talking to Juan, the unmerciful. Be thinking they be talking to the female. He said, that I was thinking. I thought they was going, yeah, put the eye drops. If they eye drops, put them in your eyes. That's what I thought she was going to do. Okay, I wasn't the only one, Tim. Thanks. She was at work for her boss, who should be arrested as well. Absolutely correct. That was a good one, man. He said, didn't smash He said, Fisher Kobe said, same here, same with me. He said he didn't smash at all. Met a girl from Cartagena and moved to that had moved to Cali, and we went on a date. Yeah, man, just enjoy yourself, bruh. I'm gonna tell y'all something for real. When I started coming to Colombia, I'm gonna tell you one things I did not put on me that a lot of black men and even white men put on themselves. The pressure of smashing a bunch of chicks. Man, I did not put that pressure on me. I had trips where I smashed. I had plenty of trips I didn't smash nobody. I had a good time in Colombia, bruh. I was not going to sit back and get off that plane and put that pressure on myself. Dude, I was meeting chicks and wasn't smashing. One chick was like, "You ain't gonna hang with me tonight?" I was like, "Nah, girl, I'm sleepy." What? She was bad sister in Medellín. I was like, "Nah, I don't feel like hanging out. I'm going to bed. I'm going to sleep. I'll call you I'll text you in the morning." Yeah, I don't put that pressure on me like that, man. Some of you dudes be like, "Man, it's been 3 days. I ain't got no coochie. I must thrive." No, I ain't never did it like that. I'm with my man Tim and with the Fisher Kobe and with Slim. I ain't gonna put that type of pressure on myself. I'm gonna go somewhere, have a good time, and I ain't gonna trip. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. I don't. Some of you dudes, y'all be discouraged if y'all don't have sex on a trip. Not me. I ain't never been like that. He said, but stuff like that makes you don't want to be with any chick. If you're in Medellín, it's crazy in Medellín. I mean, it could happen in Cali, and periodically it does happen, but that's periodically. But Medellín and Bogota, and the runner-up is Cartagena. Yeah, man, it's crazy. He said they fall for it. It's candy on the side of candy on the side of a van. Whoa, y'all some monsters. My brother Quan, shout out to Quan the Travel. Quan says this. He said, I thought they were gonna make her put in her eye. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was really thinking. I'm sitting back thinking, like, man, why y'all having her drink it? If she says eye drops, okay, put it in your eyes then. But the fact that Slim called that her weight is causing it to move slowly through her system, I'm looking at it like what he says, like, okay, that's funny, it's a joke. But to actually see it take place hours later, that's classic. You could have wrote that in the book. He said, I think she's drunk. He said, but I think that she's drunk and fast. I think that she drunk it fast because she knew she was going to jail anyway. This is my last drink, fuck it. She took that drink to the head. Them brothers was standing and said, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Oh, that was funny. That was funny. She's bigger than a bowl of popcorn I made. Facts. She got balls like a Viking. That's for real. She don't care. Let me go ahead and let you guys go. I know it's getting late where you guys are. I got to reach out to Ronan anyway. Appreciate every one of you guys that are here this evening. See you guys mañana, tomorrow night. Let's get some outro videos going right about now. Let's go here. Have we've done this one in a while? We've done the Blasian in a while. We haven't done this. We haven't done this one in a while.
Vamos a bailar. Ay, la sala está llena de gente, cuerpos sudorosos acá. La pista está hirviendo, pero te destaca, mamá, brillando como una estrella. Mira qué bonita está. Escucha el coro, mamita, que te voy a dar. Sandunguera, paso para atrás. Ahora te suelto, mamita, muévete con el ritmo que va. Sandunguera, te estoy llamando, mira qué bonita estás. Escucha el coro de nuevo que te voy a dar. Sandunguera, sandunguera, guarachera, vamos a bailar. Vamos a bailar, vamos a gozar. Sandunguera, guarachera, vamos a bailar. ¡Ay! Sandunguera linda, vamos a bailar tú y yo. ¡Ay, qué sabroso! Vamos a bailar, mi nena linda, vamos a gozar. Vamos a gozar. Muévete, sandunguera, vamos a guarachar. Ay, repítelo. Vamos a bailar, mi nena linda, vamos a gozar. Ay, vamos a guarachar, mamá. Sandunguera, vamos a guarachar. Oye, mira, mami, vamos a gozar, vamos a bailar. Vamos a gozar. Juntos tú y yo en la pista, mami. Vamos a guarachar. Ahora estamos tú y yo en la pista. Vamos a gozar. Ay, esa cosa que me hiciste, mami, me gustó. Vamos a guarachar. Muévete bien, chiquita. Vamos a gozar. Mueve tu cuerpo y tu cinturita. Vamos a guarachar. Oye, el ritmo te está llamando ahora. Vamos a gozar. Este ritmo es para guarachar, señora. Vamos a guarachar. Ay, camina con el mambo ahí. Vamos a gozar. Si mamá guerrera, oye, Lola. Vamos a guarachar. Vamos a guarachar. Vamos a bailar. Vamos a gozar. Ay, qué rico está, qué rico. Vamos a guarachar. Sí, sabroso, qué rico está. Vamos a gozar.